Good morning, everybody. It is 7 a.m. on Wednesday, December 14th. Your government taco forecast in Baton Rouge. Expect cloudy skies with a high of 77. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number 1 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome into OTB. Hope you're having a wonderful December 14, 2022. T-Bob, Jake, Mario, and Danny hanging out with you here on 1045 ESPN. Danny back from the Big Apple.
Danny boy.
Back from the big city. Danny, how was it? Is Danny's mic working again? Can we talk to
Oh,
him?
it works.
Daniel, how was Manhattan? Hold on. Your mic's not on.
Oh.
There we go. Now we're good.
New York is always awesome, especially around this time of the year.
Yeah.
All the Christmas lights, Christmas trees. Got to see Nathan Velasquez.
I saw that.
Oh, nice.
I saw
OTB
that.
reunion.
Nathan
And,
made me, he has a little bit of a Mario streak in him, and he made me Venmo him $25. Otherwise, he was going to kidnap and murder you.
yeah, I saw that.
So you're welcome for the, what I mean, $25 in New York City. I said, why don't you two go have a, why don't you two go have a drink and a quarter on me? Drink and a quarter on me, from my heart to yours. That's cool. So what was your favorite part of the weekend, Daniel?
I mean, just embracing all the Christmas around. Probably.
Yeah.
What,
just
did you stay in
Christmas
the
mood.
one borough, or did you go around?
Manhattan, East Village, Brooklyn, a little bit of that's pretty much it.
Did you go see the Rockettes
No.
or any Broadway, anything like that?
Oh yeah, I saw Wicked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think? I'm not the biggest fan of Wicked, and I love musicals. I just remember seeing it in high school and thinking it was very mid.
Yeah, it's
More like Wick mid.
it's
Make
not
it
that great.
midded.
Yeah. I give it like a 5 out of 10, honestly.
Yeah,
It's
I'm with you.
It's made for chicks. It's like a chick
Okay.
Broadway show.
I'm
not. I mean, no. It really is. Like, break it down. It's made.
It's made for broads. It's made for dumb
Like-
broads.
No, I mean, Phantom of the Opera is my favorite Broadway
Yes,
show of all
look,
time,
Yes,
and
look,
that's
some things can be made with a more female inclination, more male inclination. These are basic truths. And I'm with you, Danny. I love Phantom. I love basic. Actually, to be honest, Wicked's my least favorite musical I've ever seen. So I'm not even hating on you. Like you are. We are in agreement on this. It's actually kind of one of my least favorite tropes. Is the let's retell the story from the villain's point of view. And you're seeing more and more of that recently. I know. What's that?
Maleficent is one of those.
Yeah,
right?
that would be one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, Disney's doing it a ton. They have entire TV
Cruella,
shows based
you're
off
right.
it. Cruella, Maleficent. Of course, the person who wrote Wicked, I think, did a couple others like that as well. And I don't know. They just don't. I've never seen or read one that has done anything for me. So just solo, huh? Just solo out there floating around. Oh my God, is this what you got at the Tide Pen?
Yeah. I was trying to do it discreetly, but
Jake, like a true mensch, true brother in arms, got out the Tide to Go pen because I've got a drop of coffee on my cream sweatshirt. It's about to come off. It's a little hot in here. It's not going to be hot later today, though. As, looks like a front's moving in, boys, so none of your kids get to go to school.
yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
That's why the traffic probably, Mario, you're noticing there was no one on the road today.
Got you.
It's, man,
I'm surprised how many people in Baton Rouge get their weather report from T-Bob. Like, after I leave here and I go places, they're like, hey, heard T-Bob says it's going to be cold this afternoon. Say it's going to be cold next week. I'm like, are y'all trusting T-Bob?
There is a great irony. If you truly get any modicum of your weather from me, there's a great irony there because I might be the most weather agnostic person on the planet. I never check the weather. I wake up and go by feel. And by that, I mean whatever temperature my house is at, which leads me to dressing the wrong way constantly. But somebody told me, but you know who's obsessed is the Cannon. And even last Friday at Storyland, he was already hyping up this Thursday cold front.
Yeah.
So
I hope so.
I've been on it for a while now. And guess what? I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'm not even going to complain about schools being out. I get schools erring on the side of caution, but it does suck.
A lot of people are angry.
Yeah, people get very angry
by that.
Well, because it sucks. I mean, all of a sudden you got to find somebody to do it. And plus, like, hey, Christmas break's around the corner.
It is.
Okay? What are we, just starting Christmas break early? Like, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it is what it is. Schools, I get it, right? An overabundance of caution. No school wants to be left holding the bag if the nightmare scenario comes to pass and some really bad weather would happen. And so that's just kind of, I guess it just comes to the territory. But shout out to all the parents having to figure out ways to make it work with work and kids today. And shout out to all the workers who also got off of work today, because that'd be pretty tight. Saw a bunch of my government buddies who all of a sudden were like cooking gumbo last night and making stocks because surprise day off tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, Katie asked me, and she knew the answer. She's like, hey, you and T-Bob still working tomorrow morning? I'm like, babe, unless Guarantee Media in the building is picked up and moving in the air from weather, we will be there.
We are essential. I mean,
that's what they told us during COVID.
What would you do if you couldn't come in here and listen to takes about Marcus Dumerville entering the transfer portal? Like, your day and your life would be less than. You would struggle to make it through the day as a fulfilled and successful adult. So, therefore, as a public health service, we will continue to do this show no matter what, so that we can all achieve the level of life satisfaction that we are seeking to. I knocked out a couple of Christmas movies last night. That was pretty good. Had a little Christmas Vacation on in the background. Didn't fully lock into it, but still nonetheless. I did lock into Jingle All the Way for the first time in probably a couple of years. And
did you watch it with the girls?
Yeah, they kind of watched it on and off. This guy, we were cooking, just, rolling around dinner time, just kind of had it on in the background, but I was holding the baby for a lot of it, so I was just sitting there and watching it. And I gotta say, dude, the Minneapolis parade does not skimp on their budget.
No,
they gave that man a fully functional Turbo Man costume with a jetpack. He was flying higher than the highest of Minneapolis skyscrapers. And what was supposed to be just some actor's suit in a basic city parade. So shout out to the Minnesota City Council. Obviously, Minneapolis is doing great monetarily. I'm still every time taken aback by the depths that Arnold reaches. It's a true low point when, even as crappy as Phil Hartman is, it's a true low point when you have broken into his house to steal his kid's Christmas present. You light the house on fire and kick Balthazar's head out of the window, breaking the window to get caught by Hartman and your wife. I also love when Hartman picks up the head. He goes, "Oh, Balthazar." He says, it's everything that man says in that movie is fantastic. And I also love how Arnold's wife's just cool with him again after he breaks into the parade and then saves their kid with the jetpack.
He's Turbo Man.
Also, Sinbad is the man, remains a man. When he is running through the parade and he yells, "Get out of my way, box," and then just trucks a dude who is dressed up as a Christmas present in a giant box costume. Unintentionally funny. I really enjoyed, too, the whole underground black market Santa toy ring. A lot more this time.
Right.
And I believe we get a giant cameo in that,
he's in
right?
there.
And he makes Arnold look so small.
I know.
Which is really, really impressive. I mean, so freaking tiny. And then also, it always reminds you that's the beginnings of Anakin Skywalker there, right? The same little kid that would go on to play Anakin, getting his debut in Jingle All the Way. Jake Lloyd. How about that?
Just put it all together.
Yeah. Arnold also trying to rip that bouncy ball out of that little girl's mouth is that's a step. That's another step too far. I guess the entire movie is Arnold taking steps too far. Did figure out, though, in our Sinbad conversation yesterday, it's actually quite a sad story. Sinbad had an awful stroke in 2020 and is still recovering from it. Yeah. Very bad. He's basically had to relearn as much as he can how to do everything in life. So thoughts and prayers with Sinbad as well. But he lives on in our hearts and minds. I mean, that's the thing, man. You get a big Christmas movie, you get a role in a big Christmas movie, and you are immortalized.
Yeah.
For all time, you will be remembered. You'll be providing laughs and love and entertainment to families for generations. And that's nothing to look down upon. So shout out Jingle All the Way. I think it's a legitimately funny and legitimately good Christmas movie.
Are we doing a Christmas movie tier list?
Yeah, we will, right before Christmas.
Okay, so we're saving it.
Yes, we are definitely saving it. But that's why we're kind of starting to talk these things out. That's why I'm going through the research of looking up, well, just watching them again, right? The thing about Christmas Vacation remains, it's just incredible. Like, life.
Do we have a show on the 23rd?
Probably, yeah, almost surely, right? When is Christmas Eve and Christmas Day?
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, then maybe not, actually.
Ooh.
Then maybe not. Then no.
Or maybe we get Monday.
Then I'm saying no. We're not doing a show on that Friday.
Yeah.
But the 22nd, yeah, for sure. We can do it then. What's interesting to me is when it comes to life imitating art and vice versa, something like Christmas Vacation makes me question, okay, where does it begin and where does it end, right? Because obviously Chevy Chase is based off of, your kind of typical, a satirical extreme version of your kind of typical suburban dad in a lot of ways, but he's become so famous and so ubiquitous through the vacation movies. Like I think about my own childhood, and we were constantly having Clark Griswold references and jokes yelled at us. We go to the theme park, everybody's breaking down, we're going to have fun, all that sorts of stuff. And so it's like, at what point did Chevy Chase, like, how much of that dad actually existed before these movies, and then how many exist only because of these movies? Because I, too, try to find myself channeling Clark Griswold in many aspects now that I have children. And it's just something funny to kind of sit there and ponder over in the quiet moments when you're just thinking to yourself.
And now he's in the Raising Cane's commercials.
So I've been wondering about that. I haven't seen. I've seen them been doing a big Christmas Story campaign, but I've been wondering what the angle is, because it's not like you're not getting like a Clark Griswold toy with your Caniac, are you?
There's something. I think there is something that you can get.
Okay.
And I think they did like a Cane's lighting ceremony at one of the Raising Cane's, maybe in Chicago.
And literally, Chevy Chase is in the commercial?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's him.
Oh, dude, that's a good bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good bit.
Yeah. Him and Ty Graves, like it kind of had like a bit of them traveling to Chicago to have the store lighting. And obviously, because like one of the iconic scenes is him lighting the house up.
I mean, bruh, that's like, people ask what you would do if you have $1 billion. That's what you do. You get to go hang out with Clark Griswold.
Yeah.
Like you get to basically be
Look,
like,
there it is right there.
yeah, man, I want to.
Look at all those people.
If you grew up, if you're Graves, even if you're all right, it's like Chevy Chase is the god. He's the legend. And now you get to hang out with him. You get to film commercials. You get to hang out with him being Clark Griswold. Like, are you kidding me? That's genius. Oh, man. Wow. Chevy's kind of shrunk maybe a little bit in his older age.
He's sitting down. So.
Oh, is he sitting down? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I was like, what? What's going on there? Oh, look at that. That's wonderful. Okay, dude. Well, sorry, there's some random diatribical thoughts. I don't think that's actually a word. Coming up next here on OTB. Look, today's probably going to be infused with a lot of
Chevy Chase
kind
is
of
6'4".
random Christmas thoughts. Okay, that makes a lot more sense then. 6'4".
6'4".
That's powerful, especially in Hollywood. Towering over a lot of the others.
How about this? Randy Quaid, 6'5". Uncle Eddie.
Randy, read a little more on Randy Quaid's Wikipedia. It gets really interesting.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
He's
got a brother named Dennis.
He's not unlike Mario. Mario, if you want to talk to somebody about the Illuminati, Randy Quaid is who you need to talk to about the Illuminati.
Okay.
Y'all would definitely connect on said issue. All right, coming up next here, there is some transfer portal news to get to with LSU, but let's be clear, today's show is going to be a celebration of random, probably sojourns and diatribes and little thoughts and questions, kind of, as we're also going to play a lot of Mike Leach sound, right? Rivers, you put together a great thread. We got some of our favorite sound that we'll get to. And again, I said it yesterday, but I believe it. That is what I love the most about Mike Leach, the childlike curiosity, the inquisitive nature. Like I was talking to Aaron Murray on Snaps yesterday, and he was telling a story about how Mike Leach started talking about the necktie and how dumb the necktie was. And
that was my question.
Yeah, that was in y'all's interview. Exactly.
Me and Cole,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
It was fantastic.
So the thing about that is, really stop and think about it. What the F is a necktie? Why are we wearing it? It serves no functional purpose whatsoever. In fact, it is almost anti-utilitarian in that it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's not convenient. And yet the only way to be taken seriously as an adult is to put it on.
Yeah.
But every day we put on our tie. I don't. But a lot of y'all put on your ties and you go to work and you just accept it. You never question it. You never stop and think about it. Well, how the hell did it come about? What the hell is the purpose? And why have we all agreed to this giant social contract where you can't be a serious person if you don't wear a necktie? That's why I love Mike Leach.
He just kept fidgeting with it, and so we asked him the question about it. And then he went on for 2 minutes about the necktie and how whoever invented the necktie, his quote, was an idiot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, again, what is the purpose? Just pure style? But then how to get so serious? Like I have sweats on because they're warm and they're comfortable. A necktie is neither. It literally does nothing. It serves no functional purpose. My mind was blown when I broke through my adult cynicism and actually sat there and thought about that for the first time yesterday. That was all because of Coach Leach. Rip. We will get to some Leach sound as well. Keep it locked. More OTB coming up next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Go to GEAUXroof.com, GEAUXroof.com. 927-8300 is the number. 927-8300 is the number. Maybe you're doing your own Clark Griswold thing, going up there on that roof, lighting up, and you see, wow, is that a hole? It's probably not that extreme, right? But maybe you see something like, is there something wrong there? Look, call 927-8300, and they answer the phone, hit them when the roof's up. Then you're going to get a free professional estimate. Very easy to set up a time. They're going to come out and check out your situation, give you that free estimate, let you know exactly where you stand. That leads to you making a fully informed decision about what needs to be done next. Maybe you can put it off. Maybe it needs to be done immediately. Maybe insurance covers it. Maybe it doesn't. They'll work with you. Find monthly payment options that work for you. And the next thing you know, you get a beautiful new roof every shingle time. And remember, they offer you that 2-year workmanship guarantee on top of the manufacturer warranty. They do that on their own. Go Roof.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
We get it done with strength, commitment, dedication, grit.
We get it done with passion for our fans
and love for our community.
We are the Tigers.
Get it done.
Let the values of the purple and gold be in your starting lineup this season. And as always, get it done.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
Me, Jimmy, on for the Wednesday edition of Game Time. We're live at City Slice Pints and Pizza on Chime Street, just outside the north gates of LSU, sweating all of our action on the 6-screen video wall. It's Game Time, 6 to 8 p.m. from City Slice on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
On the island to the Sunset Strip, somebody's gonna make a happy trip tonight while the moon is bright. He's gonna have a bag of crazy toys to give the corners of the girls and boys so day Santa comes on big. You come a-calling when the snow's the most.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Glad to have all the boys back. Danny, what did the tree at Rockefeller Center look like this year? The only reason I ask, because I know they do different styles of tree. They had a very swamp-like, almost cypress-looking tree the last time I went. What was this?
Well, when you went recently?
We used to go every year, but I don't think we've been in December for a few. Yeah, no, it's been a while.
Oh, yeah, because I was
definitely pre-pandemic.
Okay. I mean, the tree looked normal. It
was just a normal.
Yeah, normal full tree.
Yeah. Do any ice skate?
No.
Why? Afraid to look goofy?
Yeah.
Mario's nodding his head vigorously. Can't be. Admittedly, it is hard to look cool if you're trying to ice skate and you don't really know how to ice skate. Like, I don't care how good looking you are. Yeah. I don't care how cool your fit is. You will immediately look uncool if you're sitting there kind of shaking around trying to gain your footing on the ice. All right, we do have some actual, and I think for today's show we're gonna have. So we've always dreamed of having a charmed wheel, like Conan used to have the Walker Texas Ranger lever where he could just pull it and a random clip from Walker Texas Ranger would play. We still want that with Charmed one day. But today, we're going to do a bit of that with Mike Leach, where I'll just call for Mike Leach sound and Mario and Danny. This is going to require you all being on the same page. Y'all are going to play one of the clips of Mike Leach. Rivers, you put together a great thread on Twitter if you want to go check that out. We do have some Pirtle news, though, Jake. Marcus Dumerville, Cam Wire, we haven't mentioned them yet, entering the transfer portal. Wire, I think, has 1 year of eligibility left, whereas Dumervil has 3. He's been here 3 years, but with COVID and a red shirt, he still has 3 years of eligibility remaining. Dumervil is someone who was very highly rated coming out of high school, a top 150 player, highest rated tackle actually since Austin Deculus, but just never quite caught on. Flashed it a couple times. He had like a really good fall scrimmage that I saw one time this year, but I mean, for both Wire and Dumervil, it's not hard to see. If you have 2 freshmen come in and starting to tackle, and then they don't just start, but they basically like solidify those jobs for the next 5 years, unless you think you get like another elite tackle, maybe you bump Emory Jones inside or something. I mean, Will Campbell won Lineman of the Year, right? And Emory Jones, I mean, I saw Cole Kublik tweeting about it the other day. Emory Jones is incredible at right tackle, having never played. So, yeah, man, it's time. You got 3 years of it. It was time to go for both. So I completely understand why both are going elsewhere. And I'm not overly concerned about the impact on the roster because you have the 2 freshmen and you got Zalance Hurd and a couple other guys coming in.
Yeah, it's when you see a freshman at your position that
it's the worst feeling
is like
ever.
Yeah, I mean, Will Campbell, I think won, what you say, Lineman of the Year at the awards banquet the other night. And Emory Jones, like you said, somebody that we didn't expect to play tackle, but he went in there against Southern. He was dominating. He gets an opportunity after that, and he only continued to get better. And can you imagine him now with a full offseason of knowing he's going to be a tackle, not a guard, and what he can do and who he can be as a player? So there's not a lot of playing time going to be available, certainly for the next 2 years, because remember, you have both of those guys for 2 more seasons at bookend left tackle and right tackle. So LSU's had some players going to the portal, and this is not to be disrespectful to any of those players. They might have had an opportunity to play, but they haven't lost, in my opinion, someone that they were counting on to be impactful next season.
Yeah.
Pieces, yes, but not necessarily to be impactful moving forward.
Would the closest be, and maybe, because even then, anybody who leaves, I just assume that we read it wrong and that they're not as high in the coach's mind as we think. Would maybe the closest be Desmond Little? Because he was at that edge rusher position.
He would get an opportunity,
he
probably.
Would have been like next, I mean, right there with Xavier Carter to maybe play. And there have been positive things kind of whispered about Little. But again, even that, I'm kind of stretching him.
It feels like that's the position that they're going after the most right now. Like when you kind of see like who they're offering in the transfer portal, edge rusher seems to be the one that they want to get a veteran presence in. And who knows what Harold Perkins' role might be next season. Because obviously he can play stack, he can play nickel, he can play edge rusher. So if you weren't trying, and maybe they did, but there was no word that they were trying everything they could to keep that player, it makes you wonder like what their plans are for that position.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, Besh is a good football player, make no mistake about it. But when you looked at what his freshman year was compared to his sophomore year, could Jack play on this team next year? Absolutely. He could have a role in this team. They brought him to media day. But you also have really good talent coming back at that position, including someone we thought had no chance of coming back in Kayshon Boutte.
Yeah, and sneaky good for the bowl game. The Kayshon's come back as well, as you're going to be down to basically 4 wide receivers for that game. President Salazi in the Bayou YouTube chat says, the players staying at one university their entire career, the outlier now. So I don't think it's the outlier. I think, though, that the guys you are talking about are guys who would stay at one university that are not playing. And the thing is, if they're not playing, you're probably not thinking about them anyway, so you're not realizing that they're staying there the entire career. And it's not just you, right? I don't know this LSU depth chart inside and out. I don't know it top to bottom. Like, yes, there are certainly now, if I was going to look at it, we could point out multiple veterans who have stuck around and just decided, no, you know what? I enjoy my time here. I like whatever my role is on the team. I'm getting a great education. I'm going to stick this out. It's just that you're never going to hear about that guy, so it's never going to feel like guys are still sticking around. If you, and then also, like, it's not hard to understand why everybody would transfer. Wouldn't you do the same? If you were suddenly given the power to and you weren't playing and you prioritize like your football career over whatever the education, if if you're not, if all you want to do is play football while you still can, why would you sit there and stay behind Will Campbell and Emory Jones? Like if you want to play, like that's your main thing in life, which for a lot of guys it is, and rightfully so. Football's fun, and football's not like basketball. You can't go play it pickup when you get older. So like you have to be able to play it now, or you're never going to get to play it again. And so yeah, wouldn't we all go if that's what you want to go transfer? So
like we said yesterday, it's an individual decision.
Yeah.
One way or the other. And there's a lot of players like you're talking about, T, that are blocked from playing time, and they don't see a path to the football field. Now you can say be competitive, and look, that's Joey Hester. That's what he would tell me. But it's an individual decision right now. For me, I would have stayed. I would have tried to find out a way. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it wrong. And now you have players that are trying to go find a path. Now, for the players that are just trying to see how much maybe their value, like what their value is, and getting into the transfer portal, maybe not the best idea, because can you come back to the place if it's not what your expectations were? Like I wouldn't suggest anybody just to see what their value is. Now, if you truly want to, if you think like, hey, if Devin Leary says NC State is not doing the things that we need to do to win football games, I think if I go somewhere, I could be the missing piece. I want to go play somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's different than Devin Leary saying, you know what, I was an all-conference quarterback coming into the season. Let me go see who's going to be the highest bidder. That to me, that's not the right reason. Now, you can still go get your NIL money, but I think there has to be more to it. It has to have more substance to it than that.
Well, and what we don't know, Jake, too, we don't know which guys had exit meetings and maybe the coaches even told them. Like,
for sure.
Hey, like you might want to go find your fortune elsewhere. So like maybe some of y'all are sitting here even judging some of these kids. Maybe they were basically told that what's best for you.
Make no mistake, that happens.
Yeah.
That
like
used to happen with our age group. It was just, hey, so we don't think you're going to play here ever.
Yeah.
We can't really do anything about it, but we can give you this medical. And if we give you this medical, you're not on the football team per se anymore, but you'll get your meals, your room, your school, all of that paid for the rest of your career. But you're just not on this football team anymore, so you get that scholarship back. It happened all the time.
Yeah.
Now it's just it's a different way. Now the coaches tell you that, and you go into the transfer portal. So every case is different. Like the quarterback we talked about from Western Kentucky yesterday. Like he was the second leading passer in the
Austin
country.
Reed? Is that
Yes.
it? Yep.
He was the second leading passer
Football
in the
guy.
country, and he put himself in the portal. Yesterday he took himself out. He's going back to Western Kentucky.
Oh,
So
really?
what happened there? What did he put himself in? Didn't have the suitors that he thought, and he's going back. Did he
Ooh,
put him?
It feels like he would have had suitors.
That's what.
Who did Western Kentucky have a coaching change? Am I crazy?
They did, I think last year. So,
Not this year though.
So then maybe he put himself in, T-Bob, and maybe that coach is like laying out the plan for him. Maybe he rushed that decision and he's coming back. Maybe he put himself in, didn't see a fit that was better than what he currently was at.
Yeah. It looks like Tyson Helton has been maybe related to Clay Helton. Tyson Helton has been the coach of Western Kentucky since 2018, so I was wrong there. That's interesting. I wonder what brought him back, because I imagine that he would have been a hot topic, but I don't know, man. Sometimes, whatever. Sometimes you think the grass is greener than the process
It would have been his
starts.
fourth or fifth transfer, Austin Reed.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So
He's
sometimes
like Southern Illinois, then he went somewhere else, then he went to West Florida, then he went to Western Kentucky. A lot of directional schools.
Not as cool of a man cave as JT Daniels, but still not bad. It's still not bad. JT Daniels hasn't landed anywhere yet, has he?
Not that I've seen.
Go to Nebraska, dude. Add the Big Ten and another big brand. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, Pac, SEC, Big 12. So
I mean,
it's
you
got
don't
to
have
be
the ACC.
It's got to be ACC or Big Ten.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's got to be one or the
100%.
other.
And then Nebraska's like a big brand that actually isn't that good, so you could probably like they'd be interested, you know. You're not going to be able to put the Ohio State or Michigan helmet in the room, but you can add a little Nebraska with Georgia, USC, and WVU. That'd be pretty tight. That'd be cool. We'll see. Has there been any I don't think I've come across any big signings in the portal in the last couple
No, there
of
hasn't
weeks
been.
that's been like, oh man, look at this move.
Nope.
Like
We
kind
got
of
the
a
names.
boring free agency thus far.
I think we're still in the non-tampering period, even though there's
Pick
tampering.
it up.
And I'm kidding. You can obviously sign those players. But I'm talking about to your example of free agency. I haven't really seen any. We know the names. We know who's in there. We know there's 6 ACC quarterbacks now. Phil Dracovic did go from Boston College to Pitt, so we have a couple. Cade McNamara went from Michigan to Iowa, so we do have some. But like DJU has not made a decision. Devin Leary's not made a decision. Sims from Georgia Tech hasn't made a decision. So, where is Devin Leary going to go?
And can he recapture the greatness that he had not long ago? All right, when we get back, more OTB. Keep it locked.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
CentralPlumbing.org. CentralPlumbing.org. It's the holiday season. And what that means is that don't freak out if you have something go wrong with plumbing and think, oh my God, I can't get somebody out here on Christmas. You can. And hopefully you don't have to, because I would hate for anybody to have to go do a job on Christmas. But Central Plumbing, 24/7 emergency service. Weekend, weekday, holiday, doesn't matter, because they are committed to making sure that their customers get the best. 925-8552 is the number. CentralPlumbing.org is the website. Remember, it doesn't just have to be repairs. Pretty good Christmas gift, right? If you wanted to do like a tankless water heater like Jake's always talking about. Maybe you want to do a bathroom remodel for you or the wifey who's ever into interior design. They can help you out. CentralPlumbing.org.
It can even be the guest bathroom. Maybe, you have a powder room.
Whoa.
Oh, we just came on that together.
Can't hide money.
How about that?
You got a powder room, you got money.
Yeah, but it's not going to cost that much. CentralPlumbing.org. Get that today.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Nearly half of children in foster care drop out of school. But you can rewrite that story. Children and youth with CASA and GAL volunteers are more likely to succeed in school. Change a child's story. Become a volunteer today.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $11,000 off MSRP plus 2.9% with 72 months on all new 2022 Ram Black Widow trucks in stock. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli? I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Winter can be magical. The Mercedes-Benz Winter Event is here, and there's no better time to check out our new Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge inventory. We have the vehicles that can make your holiday extraordinary. See all the latest technological features on the newest models during our Mercedes-Benz Winter Event. Shop our best of the best award-winning dealership. Visit mbobr.com.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Hey, it's Hunt. Join me 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock on Wednesday. J.D. Pickell of On 3 Sports will join us to talk college football, Tigers on the hardwood, and the Pels, plus the transfer portal. Hunt Palmer Show, 1 to 3 weekdays, 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Melikilikimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway.
All-Star Toyota
Here
presents
we know
Off the
that
Bench with Hester and
Christmas will be
T-Bob.
green and
ESPN
bright.
Baton Rouge,
Sun
New
will
Orleans,
shine by day
Alexandria,
and all
and
the
1130 The
stars
Tiger.
Melikilikimaka is a wise way to say Merry Christmas to you.
Melikilikimaka is a thing to say.
Celebrity hot tub. My guy Ryan Nanny tweeting, got so close to one of life's greatest luxuries tonight, seeing a movie theater seeing a movie in an otherwise empty theater. But then three folks walked in mid-trailers. We struggle on, the dream still within reach. The one time I did have this happen was a showing of Edge of Tomorrow in South Dakota. And I'm pretty sure it was the same weekend USC lost to Boston College. Edge of Tomorrow, good movie. Very
Fantastic
underrated
movie.
The marketing team renaming it Live, Die, Repeat is one of the dumbest moves that's ever been made. Also, rest in peace, Bill Paxton. But have you ever seen a movie completely alone in the theater? Just you, or maybe just you and the family, or just you?
Just me and the family for sure. Like we'll go see like an animated film that's been out for a while, and we'll go at some random time matinee. Just me.
It feels a little scandalous when
Yeah.
you're the only family. It feels awesome. Like you can be as loud as you want.
can.
You can yell. You can act a fool. You can run around. Sit wherever you want.
Yeah, so the Robinson downtown, I believe it was at the Robinson, they played Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas because the Robinson downtown Shreveport plays independent movies. It will play like an old school movie. It'll kind of just have some random stuff, and it's really good, really nice, great food selection, like the whole deal. It's only got like 2 screens, maybe 3. And they played Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and I was the only swinging soul in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like random time, too. Like where I got my hair cut downtown was like right by it. I'm like, wait a minute, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Did you do some ether to get ready for the movie? It's like soak up the rag and.
There's a lot going on. Have you seen it?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I read the book, and it's a short book. I read the book in a day. I'll never forget it. I don't remember what game it was before, but yeah, it was like I started Friday morning, and I read it up until kickoff of one of the games.
Yeah.
Just really needed to infuse my brain with a bunch of drug-addled desert shenanigans with lizard people and Raul.
A young Tobey Maguire
backcountry.
in the car there with the bats.
Yeah, it's Hunter S. Thompson's awesome. Never forget Hunter S. Thompson, a sports writer.
Yep.
First and foremost. I think the only movie where I've ever been completely alone, just me. I was sick as a kid. My mom had to go to work. She had to bring me where she worked was next to a theater. And I remember seeing Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. It's probably like my 3rd or 4th time seeing it in theaters. And I was alone. It was awesome. I remember I brought a pillow. I laid down, pretty gross, but I didn't realize at the time being sick probably didn't help either. I laid down directly on the floor with my pillow while watching on this giant screen. It felt great. It felt very free. All right, let's go ahead and pull it. We are pulling the Mike Leach lever. Let's see what the old pirate brings us.
Got your coffee. It is early. How do you take your coffee? What's the best way to take your coffee?
Well, coffee tastes terrible anyway, so don't put anything in it to obstruct the harsh, bitter taste, and just put it down one sip at a time, you know.
So it's just all about the effect, the taste. It's not about the experience at all. It's about the outcome.
No, the experience is terrible.
See, Jake, so this is interesting. This is where me and you differ a bit here, right? Because I am completely with Leach. Now, I think, like any good drug addict, I've come to crave the bitterness because I want the caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
But I approach coffee from a very utilitarian sense. Like in the same way, I was like, you know what, it already tastes like. I'm just going to drink it black, train myself to drink it black, so I never have to worry about sugar or milk or anything. And if it's going to suck anyway, like I'm not going to put lipstick on a pig, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to make out with that pig. And I think Leach hit the nail on the head. Do you have a riposte to Coach Leach? As you are a fan of, is that milk or creamer? What's in there?
Yeah, milk, skim milk to be exact.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I enjoy the taste and I enjoy the effect.
Okay.
Like coffee's my favorite drink. Like
Yes, this is true. I can vouch for this.
If I am at a restaurant and I've had a great meal, I'm probably going to finish it with a cup of coffee. If I am on an airplane, I'm going to get a cup of coffee. If I'm like almost anywhere that serves coffee, I'm going to get a cup of coffee. I love it. It's my favorite.
And do you ever drink it black, or do you find your way? Do you sniff out the skim milk wherever it is?
The milk's not the most important part. It's more the Splenda.
Okay, how many Splendas?
That's what I use, 2.
Okay.
2 Splendas in it. I don't need the milk as much. The milk's usually for temperature control.
Oh, okay, yeah.
More
cut
than
it
anything.
so you can immediately sip.
So I can immediately drink it.
Ah, I like that. It's like when my grandma used to put an ice cube in the gumbo.
Yeah.
All right, more OTB. Closing hour 1 next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to Donosville Glass and Body, DGBauto.com, DGBauto.com. DonosvilleGlassandBody.com works as well. Go see them over there in Deville. Extend the life of your vehicle since 1977. They've been taking care of the community's car needs. Now, it started with just glass repair, and there's still nowhere better to go get your glass done, right? But then it grew and it grew and it grew, and now it's everything. Collision repair, just anything basic mechanical, 24/7 towing if you just need your towing needs met. The bottom line is they do it all over there, and they extend the life of your vehicle because, Jake, once you stop paying that car note, you want to keep it off, right? And Donosville Glass and Body is going to help you do that as long as possible.
You and I are great examples of that. Like once you pay the car off, and if you don't want to have issues pop up, Donosville Glass and Body is going to make sure your vehicle and its needs are met. They've done it for me. They've done it for T, and they will certainly do it for you as well. Check them out online, DonosvilleGlassandBody.com, DGBauto.com.
Our listeners fire up their opinions on the JimsFirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the JimsFirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Bayou Ford has $10,000 off MSRP on a new 2022 Ford F-150, plus no payments for 90 days and 2.9% APR for 72 months. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Every business is different, but B1 Bank knows that every business owner has similar needs. From streamlining accounts receivables to maintaining access to working capital, a trusted bank is your best asset for staying on top of day-to-day finances and planning for future business growth. At B1 Bank, I know I have access to commercial banking experts who care about the needs of my business and can guide me to accomplish my goals. B1 Bank knows that managing your business isn't simple, but they can help you make it uncomplicated.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ATEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time.
For a special NFL triple header this Saturday. The Vikings host the Colts at noon, then the Browns host the Ravens at 3:30, followed by the Bills and the Dolphins at 7:15 p.m. Then on Sunday, the Jets host the Lions at noon, all on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back to OTB. Shout out to OV. As Ovechkin gets 800 goals last night. How old is Alex Ovechkin now? 40s?
He's got to be
in
my
his
age.
40s. I think he's older, bro.
37.
Okay, never mind.
Not that old.
I thought for sure he's hitting 40.
My age.
You know Ray Bork played till he's 40? Who's the oldest hockey player?
Oh, there's
Hockey's one of those weird
Gordie
sports.
Howe played forever.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I know Howe might have pushed even like 50. But hockey's one of those weird sports where it's really physical, but maybe it's the shift-based nature of it or something. Like guys can play forever, right? I don't know exactly what the math is there, why their bodies can hold up, but guys can play hockey forever.
Oldest player right now is 41 years old.
Hey, get the lever ready, boys. Get the lever ready. Oh, right now in the NHL, they have 41 year olds.
Yes.
28. I think Gordie.
Jaromir Jagr, that's right. Jaromir Jagr played till he was like 50, nearly. Now, Jaromir Jagr is 50 right now. I think he might have made it to like 48 or something along those lines. But shout out to Alex Ovechkin, one of the best to ever do it. Still the best post-championship celebrator in sports history, at least American sports history, to my knowledge. Nobody did it like Ovechkin did it when he went on his tour, chugging out of the cup, swimming in public fountains, just public drunkenness. And what I love is he's done a great job of establishing a baseline of expectation, right? Like if you establish an expectation for you to be disappointing, say, well, then, you know what? You're never going to be held to a high standard. That's not Ovechkin, but like he established that kind of party boy, I'm a little crazy mentality. And so when he is swimming in the fountain drunk, everybody just laughs. It's like Gronk, right? Gronk established the party boy line, but he's good at football, and everybody, because he wins, everybody accepts it and lets him do what others would get judged for.
52. Gordie Howe played until he was 52.
Damn, what the hell? What? Mm-hmm. If I sleep wrong now, I feel like I wake up, I'm like, oh my God, my shoulder. Can you imagine lacing the skates up at 52?
He played for the Hartford Whalers in 1979, 1980. His first year was 1945 with the Omaha Knights, and then he went to the Detroit Red Wings in 1946.
It does beg the question, are the Hartford Whalers, is that the most hockey mascot that you could possibly have? Danny, let's go ahead and pull it. Here is the Mike Leach lever.
I always thought that being an O-line coach was fantastic because you worked with the biggest, strongest guys, and plus it was the biggest group in the locker room. And every practice was great because there was going to be some level of violence and getting after somebody. You know, just the big monster trucks just crushing somebody. And then, you know, and they're the type of guys that would laugh about a broken finger and show it to each other and then all burst out laughing type of guys, you know. And that's why they have football. Otherwise, it'd just be soccer.
I mean, dude, that's what, see, that is, it's, that's what I think is always kind of underappreciated with Leach, right? Yes, the air raid is designed to defeat enemies that are superior in strength, like we talked about yesterday, Sun Tzu and all that, right? And because of that, Jake, it's evasive. It is a bit finesse. But Mike Leach always had a true appreciation for the physicality of football. You heard it there. If you've heard any of his quotes about toughness, and that ultimately toughness is what defines a team, like he is someone who absolutely was in love with the physical nature of football.
Yeah, and we've got some audio we'll play later. I caught up with Wes Welker yesterday, who was obviously a star for Mike Leach at Texas Tech, and he even mentioned that. He's like, if you were an injured player and you weren't, showing toughness, like your life and your day was going to be hell. It was worse than practicing.
Yeah, ask
Craig James' son.
Little James, who got him fired from Texas Tech. Unbelievable. Get in the closet, kid. I'm trying to protect you. Sunlight's bad for concussions.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to Academp of Baton Rouge, AcadempBR.com, AcadempBR.com. Been talking about it for days, y'all. Okay? But the same way that I already know that Santa Claus is going to be making the rounds on New Year's Eve, I know that cold weather's coming in. And you want to make sure that your system's good to go. And if anything goes wrong in this inclement weather, heater's not working, whatever the case may be, you already know where you're going to go, and you're going to go to the place that's going to give you service to the highest degree. A proud partner of LSU Athletics. So I'm going to Academp of Baton Rouge. Go look at the online reviews, y'all. AcadempBR.com.
You're probably not at work today, so usually I give you the website, academbr.com, and you can schedule everything with the chat. It's going to pop up, but since you're probably not at work, go ahead and pick up the phone, 225-725-7802. Let them know what you're looking to do, or if you need to schedule, if you need to reschedule, whatever it is, it's right there for you, and always online, academbr.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Winter can be magical. The Mercedes-Benz Winter Event is here, and there's no better time to check out our new Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge inventory. We have the vehicles that can make your holiday extraordinary. See all the latest technological features on the newest models during our Mercedes-Benz Winter Event. Shop our best of the best award-winning dealership. Visit mbobr.com.
Good morning, everybody. It is 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., excuse me, on Wednesday, December 14th. Your government taco forecast in Baton Rouge. Expect cloudy skies with a high of 77. Coming up on OTB, we continue to talk college football, and we look ahead to the rest of the week. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Old Jesse Eisenberg. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB hour number 2. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're mad that your kids are out of school today, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're happy that your kids are out of school today, go ahead and hit the like button. Mario, why did you just do such an aggressive double flipping of the birds combination to Daniel?
He's hating on me for my DJing that I do on the intro every day.
Daniel, what's the problem? I thought that isn't that just a basic intro that he played? Are you saying that he should put some Christian music behind the big voice guy?
Well, I mean that would be cool, but
I think we should.
I was making fun of him for the going up and down with the volume, thinking he's
always, of course. I know.
Arresto.
Arresto.
Oh no, he liked it.
Yes, dude, that was good. Mario's got a couple nice singers in there today. I guess we should talk about the Pelicans last night. Them Jazz, man.
That's their team.
I mean, Markkanen. More like Baron Harkonnen, because he is exploiting the Pelicans every single time they play. Sorry, that was a very crudely fumbled over Dune reference I tried to pull there that didn't really translate. But the bottom line is that the Jazz just what the Pelicans asked. I mean, look, I'm not overly concerned about it. It was a bit of a mathematical outlier sort of night. I don't know where they finished. I turned it off and went to bed in the third quarter when they were shooting 6% from 3, down 15. Like, you're just not going to be able to win an NBA game hitting 6% of your threes. Like, the only reason why you were in it in the first half is because Zion was absolutely dominating, that he gets the 3 fouls. He can't play for the majority of the first half. In 11 minutes, he got 12 points. And then so they end up with a 7-lead point going to that. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now, what I love is you have the chance to do what the Suns had the chance to do, and you have the chance to get revenge immediately. Yeah. Is it tomorrow or the next day?
Thursday night.
Okay, so tomorrow night, you're going to have that chance to get revenge on the Jazz immediately. And I can't imagine that you're going to have another such mathematical outlier sort of night where you're going to shoot that poorly. So it is what it is. It was bound to happen. You had won, 8 in a row?
7.
You had won 7 in a row. It's the NBA. Everybody's good. The Jazz are good. They're now 17 and 15. So, I don't know. What about you, host of the Flock Up podcast, Mario Jerez? What do you think?
Yeah, the second line, which is usually really strong, kind of got really outplayed by the Jazz bench. Not a single person off the Pelicans bench scored single digits, and you had 3 people do so for Utah.
Double digits?
Yeah,
Double digits,
off the bench, including Walker Kessler. Y'all remember that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From
No,
Auburn.
the Jazz looked really long when Kessler and Markkanen are out there. Like it. And they were killing him on the boards. So like that link showed up. Yes, Kessler and Markkanen looked very, very long out there.
They were giving the Pelicans problems, and I was about to kind of flex in the group chat because Zion dunked on him, and I was going to be like, this pleases me after what he did to LSU last year. But unfortunately, he did a lot of the same against the Pelicans. And also Malik Beasley had a game-high 21 points. Couldn't stop him. Stopping Luka Doncic, Devin Booker, no problem. But Lauri Markkanen and Malik Beasley just had their way with Pelicans defense. 121 points, usually not going to get it done. So just not enough defense from the Pelicans, and credit the Jazz bench. I thought they made all the difference in the game.
Yeah, I mean, the disappointing part is the Jazz scoring 121 is nothing out of the norm. It's you not being able to score on them. Their defense has been horrible this year, and you just could not take advantage yesterday. And as far as Beasley goes, yeah, they were doing a great job of sucking the Pelicans in and then dishing out to Beasley. And, well, he does what he does, which is shoot threes. Hey, the Zion dunk on Kessler was still really tight.
It was.
I mean, he posted that man.
Did anyone else learn that Rudy Gay is still an NBA
How about
player
that?
like
Dude.
I did yesterday?
36 years old, still getting after it.
That's insane.
Played 19 minutes.
17 years in the NBA at 36, which shows you how young these cats enter. Wasn't he Rookie of the Year?
I believe so.
Way back
I mean,
in the
he had
day,
a hell
out
of a
UConn?
career. He's had a really nice run.
I feel like I saw Rudy Gay, and I don't even know if this is true. I don't even know if he played for this team. I feel like I've seen Rudy Gay cause multiple losses to the Pelicans while playing for the Kings. Am I correct in that?
I'm pretty sure he played for the Kings.
He did play for the Kings, I know for sure.
Yeah, okay, yes. I feel like I've suffered at the hands of Rudy Gay like 6, 7, 8 years ago, and it used to really piss me off.
He's only been on 5 teams, which is crazy. I would have thought he'd be on more. Grizzlies, Raptors, Kings, Spurs, Jazz.
When were his Kings years?
He was with the Kings from
13 till 17.
Yep.
There you go.
My college years.
There you go. So my brain is not broken.
So he, born in 86, played at UConn only 1 year, was drafted in 2006. I mean, he was like the same age going into the NBA that I was like, basically getting to LSU.
Well, honestly, bro, I was thinking about this with Zion watching the game yesterday. I'm like, this cat's what, like 22?
Yeah.
23? Like, yeah, he's just now the senior in college. Like, he's just now starting to begin his physical prime. He's not in his physical prime. He's starting to be on the edge of his physical prime. So, like, of course the ceiling's going to keep getting higher, and of course he's going to keep dominating because he's only going to get better. Like, we were judging him based off of what he's doing as a 19, 20, 21-year-old. What happens with Zion's like 25 and 26? Now maybe it's a style of play that maybe won't translate like into his 30s. I don't know about that.
Right.
But it's going to be really special over the next few years to watch.
Yeah, as you go, you just got to adapt. He's got to focus more on his off-the-ball game, continue to become a better passer, which he is doing. And defensively, he's improving a lot. That's really been a big reason why the Pelicans reeled off those 7 straight wins. Like, Zion's always put up these numbers on offense, but defensively, it's been a big difference. Hopefully, they can get back to more of that tomorrow when they play Utah again.
Yeah, he's still, though, I mean, he still is even putting up, though, still above the norm offensive numbers for him, though. I mean, this recent stretch has been MVP level. Maybe he can get back. I mean, the fouls got him. That was you want to talk about being a salty vet, Jake? When I realized Rudy Gay was still in the league was when he completely, like he was Tom Cruise in Minority Report. He predicted Zion's spin move a full second before it happened, and he feinted Zion into starting it, and then before he even started spinning, he jumped to the exact spot where Zion was going to end up, and he took it in the chest, bro. He got freaking barreled over. But that was the ultimate crafty vet move by Rudy Gay. Like, Rudy Gay's played in the league nearly as long as Zion's been alive.
Yeah.
Zion was 5 when Rudy Gay entered the NBA, and it showed on that exchange. So
that's crazy to think of. Also, I can't help but notice that the last time Rudy Gay was in the league, that was the year after the Kings made the playoffs last. The Kings last made the playoffs in 2006 before he was even in the NBA.
What?
Dude, and they've been such a bad franchise, but y'all hear me talk about it all the time. Those Kings teams when I was in high school
they were
the most fun team to watch in the NBA. I still think they got screwed. The referee that ended up going to jail was the one who made the calls in the Lakers series, but
it was Donahue.
Yeah, Jay Will and C. Webb and Vlade Divac and Doug Christie, Hayden Turkoglu.
Hold on. How are you going to name
Scott Pollard?
What? How are you going? And I love all those guys, but how are you going to name 6 people and not name Mike Bibby?
Because Jay Will got traded for Mike Bibby, so that was a little bit later on. So they had
Jay
that
Will
run.
was tight, and I had my full Jay Will. I had my full Jay Will get up growing up, white chocolate. I still got Jay Will socks, but they reached their peak with Mike Bibby.
It was, they had a run with that core, and then when they traded for Mike Bibby, they had another run. So
I guess I think of the best Kings being that's Mike Bibby. One of the reasons why your chubby little 10-year-old boy, had the high socks.
Speaking of high socks, they had Bobby Jackson as well on that bench.
Former New Orleans Hornet.
How about somebody in the NBA step up and bring back high socks? Is there a single NBA player rocking socks to the knees right now?
Who's the first player you think of when you think high socks?
Is it Mike Bibby?
Mine's Keith Van Horn.
The Keith Van Horn used to?
Yeah.
Keith Van Horn reminds me of NBA Jam 1998 on the N64. I'm pretty sure he was on the cover of that. Who else would I think of with high socks? And Antoine James in high socks? Am I making that up?
Yes, I think you're making that up.
I don't remember too many high Sox players, honestly. That might have been a little before my time.
I mean, look, the bottom line is fashion is cyclical. Fashions that we laugh at, like bedazzled jeans and Ed Hardy shirts, are probably about to make their way back into the universe. Somebody needs to get ahead of the curve here and start rocking the high socks. However, unlike the past, where you combine them with with the long shorts below the knee, you could go short shorts with the high socks and get like a super old school, like 70s sort of look. That's just me, though.
Nick Van Exel, great high sock wear.
Oh, Nick Van Exel is the man, dude. I had a buddy just text me that my mic is way low on the app. I'm assuming on YouTube for some reason. I know we've had these problems before. Marv, if there's anything that you can do to try to figure it out. Bunny Money says Pistol Pete was a high sock guy. Is that true?
He was, yeah.
That might be a very good, that could be a potential fun list. Best high sock players in NBA history. When was the high sock prime? The 70s? I feel like Jackie Moon. I feel like that, like ABA, NBA era of basketball,
I think you're right.
was probably when high socks
Yeah,
ruled
because
the
as
day.
I put it into Google, it pulled up a bunch of players from that era.
Yeah.
Like late 70s, maybe early 80s, and they all have on high socks.
Yeah, here you go. Todd Hoover says Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Julius Erving. There you go. Okay, a lot of people saying the mic is fine, and then others saying the mic is always
Yeah,
off.
that
I
guy
don't know,
probably
dude.
just needs to turn up his volume.
Well, I don't. That's so stupid. That's definitely not the case. Because if it's just my mic, it's not like it has to do with his volume. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
T-Bop talks louder than I do.
if he
and
sounds
mine's
fine and you sound fine, then it's definitely not just him turning up the YouTube volume.
Okay, but it looks like it's specific to that person.
All right, when we get back, Scott Dice says, when I played, we would wear one high sock and one low sock. I remember that for a little bit.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to say it was almost like a drug dealer thing or
Buying or
something
selling?
when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I can't
One
remember.
pan
Is that
leg
what it
up,
was?
buying or selling, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew
Depending
it.
on what you have on. Y'all don't. Y'all are 12. T-Bob, do you remember this? You'd get as many Nike socks, so Nike check socks, and you would stack them. So you'd put 3 pairs of socks on,
No.
and it'd go
This
Nike
is the
check,
dumbest thing I've ever
Nike
heard.
check,
No.
Nike check.
This sounds like different lengths, the sock.
Well, it didn't even
Or
have
you
to
would
be
just
a
adjust the
different.
length.
You would adjust it. You'd scrunch it down.
Did you get blister? Like how bad did your feet sweat?
I don't
That
remember.
sounds
Probably
in Louisiana
bad. But
heat.
that was what you did in basketball games.
In a Louisiana high school gym where the AC is already working overtime. That AC is like rattling like the furnace on Home Alone trying to stay alive and keep that place cool. You're rocking 3 pairs of socks?
Look, anybody in the chat, it might have been a Port City. It might have been a 3-1 great thing. Let me know if you remember that trend. It was 3 pairs of Nike socks. You stacked them on top of each other so all 3 checks showed, and you went out there and you balled out.
I mean, you must have had the sweatiest feet this side of Mississippi, dude. That must have been awful.
Maybe so. I wasn't the only one. It was hundreds of people at Ridgewood Middle School. Shout out. Go Raiders.
All right. When we get back, more OTB. I got a few little sports topics we could touch on. Plus, we got more of the Mike Leach wheel. Keep it locked, OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. I don't know what to make over the volume stuff. It's all over the place. You know what's never all over the place? The service and selection that you get from All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge. They're right there off of Airline Highway. They're huge supporters of the show. I love them. Again, I always tell you this, but I don't have any special deal. I don't get anything for free. Like there's nothing that contractually obligates me to buy from All-Star Toyota. I buy of my own volition from there because I believe in the vehicles themselves. I believe in the product. I believe in the people working there. And I have been immensely satisfied with every vehicle purchase I made, leasing, buying, whatever it is. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge.
Yeah, and I've been satisfied in the rental process, and you will be as well. If you need something bigger, maybe you need the Sienna for the holidays, go ahead, rent that today. Per day rental prices, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ATEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Light beer shouldn't taste like water. Miller Lite has more taste and only 96 calories. It's Miller time.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
Bayou Ford has $10,000 off MSRP on a new 2022 Ford F-150, plus no payments for 90 days and 2.9% APR for 72 months. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Wednesday's Hump Day AFR presented by Pluckers. We'll take a closer look at the Falcons as they come into the Dome, the latest from the transfer portal, Tigers and Pels basketball recaps. It's all on Wednesday's AFR 3 to 6. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Out of all the reindeers, you know you're the mastermind. Run, run, Rudolph. Randolph ain't too far behind. Run, run, Rudolph. Santa's gotta make it to town. Santa, make him hurry. Tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, run, Rudolph, 'cause I'm reeling like a merry-go-round. Said Santa to a boy child.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Esther and T-Bob, the 2022 LAB Prestige Award winner for Best Sports Radio Show. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
In the chat. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, T-Bob. I was just going to say that LSU's bowl opponent, Purdue, has found their next head coach. They hire the Illinois defensive coordinator, Ryan Walters. Illinois had one of the best defenses in the country, top 5 in almost every category. So Ryan Walters is the new head coach at Purdue.
Feels like a little bit of a wet fart hire.
Actually, they were number 1 for a majority of the season.
And it's weird because, like, you're
36
right.
years old.
Illinois' defense is awesome. And, okay, 36 maybe sounds a little exciting, right? Maybe you're trying to catch a guy on the rise. I get that. Why am I distrusting, though, of a coordinator being hired?
I think defensive coordinator, too.
Yeah. I feel like if I want a young guy now and I just want to copy the NFL and copy the meta and what's working,
offense,
you need like a young offensive scheme guy.
He's a former player at Colorado.
Even a Purdue man?
No, not a Purdue man. Same colors. From Los Angeles. Was a student assistant at Colorado, a GA at Arizona. Went to Oklahoma as a GA. North Texas, Memphis, Mizzou, where he was a safeties coach, then co-defensive coordinator, and then defensive coordinator. And he's been at Illinois for the last 2 seasons. And now he's the head coach of the Purdue Boilermakers. Feels like a big step. For him, being a safeties coach at Mizzou in 2015, co-defensive coordinator in 16 and 17, DC 18, 19, and 20, and then Illinois now a head coach.
I mean, look, credit to him. He did a great job at Illinois this year. Like, the stats are incredible. The only problem is...
Ooh, you just said Illinois.
I know. It happens sometimes. Whatever. People from Louisiana love to add S's to things. All my Cajun partners say everywheres, somewheres.
Oh, Haney will add an S to it.
Yeah, that's what
real
I'm saying.
quick.
I don't know exactly like the roots of it,
Yeah,
like
but people
which
from
parts
Illinois
of the state
get
do it.
mad about that.
Well, they can.
So I had the head coach of Nevada on yesterday because he coached under Leach at Washington State, and you know how me and Bobby meet heads and we like to have fun like we do here too. And like the last question, I was like, all right, hey, settle this for us. I'm from the South. I say Nevada. They say Nevada. He's like, I've been here for 25 years. It's Nevada.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, well, hey, if you tell me that, I'll make a change.
It's funny. I would have thought it was Nevada. Nevada sounds kind of like country.
Nevada.
Yeah, it sounds like you're maybe throwing a little
I know, it
twang
sounds like
on it that
Fran
you're
Dresser
not supposed to be.
is saying it.
Anyway, I pronounce it the French way, Illinois. Illinois. They can Illinois
That looked like it hurt
suck
for
on
you.
these.
That looked like it hurt for you to try to say that.
Illinois. Either way, I know Illinois had a great defense, but everybody in the Big Ten kind of had a great defense statistically. Like, because all the offenses suck in the Big Ten. So it's maybe a bit inflated, but we'll see, man. He must have killed the interview process. And who knows? Maybe somebody... Look, I will say this. I do think in general sports, right? Like, how long... I was thinking about this last night. How young is that Jazz coach? They mentioned on the broadcast, he's like, what? Like, you think he's the youngest coach in the NBA?
Oh, he's close to it. Yeah, it's definitely his first time coaching.
I think he's in his 30s, right? You see what Willie Green's doing with the Pelicans. You look around the NFL, and you got O'Connell, Sirianni. Sirianni may be a little bit older. McVay, who's the ultimate example, whatever. There's young, maybe it's something about connecting with this new generation, but there are young coaches thriving. It's kind of different from when we were growing up, where it was always kind of the old head that had been at it forever.
Like you had to be 50.
Yes. It felt like you had to be 50 to like lead a major program or an NFL team. That has changed. And so maybe Purdue's trying to catch some of that lightning in a bottle. But it feels a little unexciting, but I'll keep an open mind. I'll keep an open mind with it.
Youngest coaches in the NBA are Will Hardy, Jazz, Joe Mazzulla. They're both 34, both hired by Danny Ainge.
Right after the Jesus year and becoming a head coach. Oh, both hired by Ainge. There you go. And I would say Ainge is pretty good at building basketball teams. Maybe a little too good, to his own detriment. And he fully needed this or expected this Jazz team to do a little worse. But here they are in the playoffs as the 8th seed right now at 17 and 15.
Yeah, Hardy's story is kind of interesting. He was an assistant for 5 years. He was only in Boston for 1 year, but Ainge trusted him enough to basically bring him to Utah. And look how they started. So just because you're young doesn't mean you're not capable.
Todd Hoover says, T-Bob, the Scream by Daniel Stern. Is Daniel Stern who plays Marv?
Yes.
I figured, in Home Alone. The Scream by Daniel Stern is the funniest 30 seconds of any Christmas movie out there. Prove me wrong. Ooh, funniest 30 seconds of any Christmas movie. The little person in Bad Santa dressing down Willie as being a complete scumbag, human piece of trash is that, or maybe the Bernie Mac scene where he's explaining to John Ritter that you can't fire someone for loving big women. And I think both those are maybe funnier. But that's not to take away from Marv's scream. Oh, because it's really fantastic.
How about this? As you were talking, I was looking up coaches in the NFL and their age. Sean McVay, 36. Kevin O'Connell, 36. Mike McDaniel, 38. Zach Taylor, 38. Brandon Staley, 39. Stefanski, 39.
Yeah.
Arthur Smith, 39. Looks older.
Arthur Smith is 39?
Sirianni's 40.
That is the upset of the day.
It is.
That man
Hackett
looks
is 42. Shanahan's 42. Arthur Smith, look, I ain't hating on you, but my man, you don't look like you're in your 30s still.
Hackett, how are you going to be the old man of the group and sucking the worst? I mean, I guess you got saddled with Russell Wilson. But he hasn't done himself any favors, I don't think, either. Mac Lindsay says the church scene in Night Before is maybe the funnier 30 seconds. Clark's rant and Chris's vacation.
Oh, Clark's rant when he's talking about Jelly of the Month Club, and it's real good. Because, like, as someone, like, in the working world, like, you can feel that on an elite level. Like, you can feel like when you've been expecting something, and we've all gone through it.
Christmas bonuses, it's why I don't know how I feel about Christmas bonuses. I don't think I'm a fan of them because unless you're going to either increase or at least match every single year, you're putting yourself in a tough spot.
I agree.
But you should give us Christmas bonus.
Yeah, but when you come to expect something, and then all of a sudden, like,
yeah,
it can create, now, not that situation, like, to the extent, but he was expecting pool money.
Yeah, he budgeted for it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's
Pool
expecting to put a pool in his backyard in Chicago where he gets to use it like a couple times a year. And he doesn't get it. He gets the Jelly of the Month Club. So we've all been there.
Yeah, man. All right. Let's pull the wheel. Let's pull the Leach lever. Are y'all ready, boys? Here is another classic. Mike Leach.
I'm curious about something. I realize you're a very busy man, first of all, but was there any particular reason this teleconference started nearly 40 minutes late?
Yeah, because I had other obligations and I got here 40 minutes late. So, fortunes of war. We're way up north here, and this is a tough place, and so that's the way it happens sometimes. But so, I hope you feel better accommodated next time.
Okay. I'm curious about, have you decided who your starting quarterback is going to be this coming week?
Well, my. I wasn't 40 minutes late. It sounds like you may have been 40 minutes late. That was the first question I answered in this press conference.
I've been listening, trying to listen very carefully. Did you announce who your quarterback is going to be?
Yes, I did. The very first question in the press conference, and you can go back and review it on the computer.
Oh, dude.
My, oh, my.
The reporter had actually kind of won the early exchange, and then he made a critical misstep. He opened himself up for a repost, and sure enough, Mike Leach with the Perry counterattack. Yeah, man.
But who calls a coach out for being late, by the way?
I mean, I think it's crappy to be that late, certainly. I think that when you hear all the stories about Mike Leach giving everyone the time of day and allowing himself to talk to a random stranger for an hour, you start to understand that this probably comes to Mike Leach territory. But I think also if you cover sports and you are a beat writer, you understand that for better or worse, you are on their time. And it sucks. Like, it sucks. I'm not saying that's right or that's not saying that's an enviable position, and certainly you would want everything to be on time and everything, but the reality is, if you are a beat writer, that you are on that coach's time. And again, like I said, I think Leach felt a little bad. Like, I think the reporter had the early upper hand, and then he just completely blew it and left himself wide open to get blown. And you could hear the panic in his voice as he tried to maintain his anger at him being 40 minutes late. But like, oh, is that you already announced that?
F around, Matt. Find out.
Yeah, yeah, straight up.
There's 1,000, and we'll continue to play him throughout the day. We had Alyssa Lang on the show yesterday too, and she told a story of, it was a crucial third down in an SEC game, a game that they were in. It was like 3rd and 7, and Mike Leach is on the headset looking around in the crowd, and I forget which venue they were in. But he's like, I wonder if this town has any good taco spots. like, during a crucial third down, like, Coach, we need to play. We need to play. And it's like, that's what he's thinking about.
That's the Texas Tech in him.
And, you know, and he's like, oh, well, here's the play. And then, like, goes back to talking about, like, tacos. And they pick up the first down. They win the game. There was another one. As I mentioned, we spoke with Nevada head coach Ken Wilson, who had been with him for a long time. They're on the bus, and they're heading to play USC at Washington State. And it was the Washington State team that was pretty good. So they had an opportunity to beat USC. And he said he goes and he sits by Coach Leach to sit down and kind of go over last-minute kind of adjustments or whatever. And Coach Leach has basically Rosetta Stone, how to speak Spanish on his iPad or whatever, and he had headphones in, and he's speaking Spanish, repeating Rosetta Stone in the front of the bus on the way to the Coliseum to play USC. He said he was trying to learn how to speak Spanish.
Hey, dude, the hay's in the barn. You know what I'm saying?
I said the same thing.
The hay's
I
in
said,
the barn. What are you going to do?
I said, Mike Leach is never going to chase the ghosts like every other coach does.
It's like Spurrier was always that same way too, wasn't he? He's like, look, there's only so much that we can do, and we've done our work, so now we got to go play the game.
I love that. Can you imagine the head coach? Can you imagine, like, Nick Saban in the front of a bus listening to Rosetta Stone before he goes and plays, LSU in Death Valley?
Okay, pasa, mi hermano. I would just love to hear the Leach voice trying to speak Spanish. It would be absolutely fantastic.
Maybe he should try doing that. They won't lose to LSU.
Hire Maddie 3 to 6 needs to be banned in the chat. He said the vacation movies are mid. I'm sorry. You are now banned.
God, I even love like Vegas Vacation. I know it's got some. It's like not like, oh, it's a fantastic movie. It's funny as hell though.
Who doesn't love Papa Giorgio?
Nick, Papa Giorgio. Yep.
Who doesn't?
I put $1 and win a car. Put $1 and win a car.
Who's the actress that plays Clark's wife as well?
Beverly.
All-time crush growing up.
She was on Entourage for a while after that.
Captain Ron. Great scene.
Ethan Embry is who plays Rusty in that one.
In Vegas Vacation.
Yes.
All right, yeah. All right, when we get back, we got more Leach Will. We got some sports talk as well. Keep it locked here on OTB.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
ITI Technical College, iticollege.edu. Go there today and change your life for the better. It's time, folks, to invest in yourself. And I mean that quite literally. And it's not opinion, it's a fact. Look at that Georgetown study that I'm always referencing from 2021, where they looked at, okay, what does it cost to go to school? What can I be expected to make in the career that is giving me my degree? In that study, Georgetown found that ITI Technical College was the best college in the state, top 15 in the country. Okay? So in 2 years, if you want to get a career and you want assistance in getting that career after you graduate, ITI Technical College is local, family-owned right here in Baton Rouge for you.
And they're here for you as well. I mean, a lot of people say that, but it's factual with ITI College. 877-591-1070 is the number. Call admissions today. Let them know what you're looking to do, and they're going to help you get on that path. Again, 877-591-1070.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $11,000 off MSRP plus 2.9% for 72 months on all new 2022 Ram Black Widow trucks in stock. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
Miller Lite has more taste and only 1 more calorie than Michelob Ultra.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111.
Join me, Jimmy, on for the Wednesday edition of Game Time. We're live at City Slice Pints and Pizza on Chime Street, just outside the north gates of LSU, sweating all of our action on the 6-screen video wall. It's Game Time, 6 to 8 p.m. from City Slice on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Making a list, he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back to OTB. Santa Claus is coming to town. College football rolling right along. Bowl games coming up. Very excited. Me and the neighbors, the dad neighbors, got a little bowl pick'em ready to rock and roll, Jake. We should probably do an in-house bowl pick'em. I don't know what the prize would be. Maybe get the listeners in on it, too. How does that work? Danny, make that happen.
Danny probably has a little bit of that. I just went to a location that is, peak Christmas, cold weather, people everywhere, buzzing energy, and probably came in here today and is like,
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Look, we got we got Chevy up here on the screen. We got this great custom OTB graphic with Santa flying by that Danny made. If you go by Perkins Row, they got the big alligator Père Noël hanging out there with the big Santa throne. It's going to get cold today. Danny just probably needs to get to the suburbs. You need to go tour some suburbs where everybody's putting up lights and inflatables.
It was so weird coming back in t-shirt weather. Every day in New York it was 30s and 20s degrees outside.
I know. Same thing. I was Philadelphia for 3.5 days, and then you come back here and it's just completely different. And they were talking about how warm it was. It was 38, I think, in Philly, and they were like, man, it's not typically this warm this time of year.
Huh.
Yeah, same.
Oh, man. Well, don't worry. It's about to change, boys. About to change. Better, worse. Here's hoping that the weather doesn't get too bad today, though, in that changing. Little college football. How about this, Jake? The playoff is about to begin. And thanks to USC continuing to be little soft boys and letting Utah bully them, we have been gifted a beautiful round one matchup. Ohio State in Georgia. I've been clear about this. If Georgia wants to be a dynasty, if they want to avoid being Clemson, or the idea of if Clemson was a dynasty or not is very interesting to me. But if they want to avoid being Clemson, if they want to avoid being Ohio State with their one natty and done, they must win again this year. Otherwise, we do not grant them the rank of dynasty. And now standing in their way is an Ohio State team that, do you agree or disagree? Is this Ohio State team better positioned to beat Georgia than the Michigan team that beat the hell out of Ohio State?
Michigan and Georgia are very similar.
Exactly. Which kind of works against
The
Michigan.
one thing that Georgia doesn't have that Michigan does have, now there's some strengths that Georgia has over Michigan. Georgia struggles, I think, against the elite receivers.
Yep.
And Ohio State's got a room full. Now, I know that
they're in Jigba.
I know, but they hadn't really had him all season.
They haven't. It's not a big deal. Yeah.
So, I mean, Harrison's certainly going to be in that contest. And so I think Ohio State can have success throwing the football. It's really, can they stop them? Like, because Ohio State's gotten big boyed by Michigan 2 years in a row.
Yeah, big boy.
Georgia's going to try to do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
We know that. So can they slow them down? Because Ohio State's going to have success through the air. We just saw LSU throw for over 500 yards with two quarterbacks.
Did they end up hitting over 500?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like 506, I think.
Damn.
The most in SEC game history.
What a weird year it's been.
So it has. So, I mean, there's definitely things Ohio State can take advantage of for Georgia, but they have to stop what Georgia does really well, which is come downhill at you, run the football, physical football team, because Ohio State is just not built for that. We've seen that the last 2 years with Michigan.
Yeah, so, what do you think, though? Is Ohio State, because of the wide receivers, and Marvin Harrison Jr. and C.J. Stroud, do you agree that Ohio State actually has a better chance against Georgia than Michigan would?
Yeah, I think I do.
Oh, well.
I think I do. Because, I mean, it's all about matchups. Like, Michigan, I think, is truly the second best team in the country. Like, I think they're exactly where they should be.
Yeah.
But it's about matchups, and we've seen that matchup and how it played out last year, and I think it would play out pretty similar this year. Although I do think Michigan is a little bit better than they were a year ago, which is crazy considering who they lost in the draft. But I still think it would play out much like it did a year ago. TCU is kind of the wild card in all of this.
Yeah, what do you think TCU, how does TCU match up with Michigan? Can they, I mean, they've had some really impressive wins this year. I still think it was borderline coaching malfeasance, malpractice, I guess I should say, in how they called those final two plays on the goal line after Max Duggan willed them down there an inch away to not give him the ball to cost him the Heisman. It was really, really bad. But it's really tough to think that TCU can hang with Michigan after the physical dominance they displayed in beating Ohio State.
TCU's game plan on defense is going to be the story of the game because Michigan obviously is going to be able to overpower them in a lot of ways. With that offensive line that Michigan has, which is the best in the country, can TCU slow them down? Like when you look at, like a Kansas State is a version of Michigan because they do want to play physical, but they're not, you know, in the same realm as the talent that Michigan has, in my opinion. Toughness, yes, but not talent. Now, running back, they do. Deuce Vaughn just had 26 carries for 130 yards against TCU. That, like, he's a game-changing running back. And does Michigan have that? Yes, they do. And so how does TCU, even with Blake Corum being out, they still have one of those.
Now, TCU did shut down Bijan Robinson, right, who took home the Doak Walker. Like, TCU shut their ass
It's
down.
not even, it's not the back. It's the back. It's not the back
it's
for me.
the O-line.
It's the
a
offensive
Michigan
line.
offensive line. Michigan offensive line is the best line in the country, hands down.
So what do? Do you know, how close are those safeties to the line of scrimmage? Are you playing them at 7 yards? Are you daring them to pass? Because knowing that you can't stop them in the run. Do you want to get in a shootout? Because that might favor you better if you get in a shootout. Hey, we're playing our safeties at 7 yards, and if you throw it over the top of us, we're going to tip our cap. We're going to throw Max Duggan out there, and we're going to try to get in a shootout.
I mean, that's exactly what Ohio State tried to do in terms of playing, you know, up on
And
the
it worked
line,
until,
in the box.
look, they hit some shots on them, and then after a while, they just kept leaning on them in the fourth quarters when that game got away from them.
Yeah, but it did open up for those original shots. Remember, Michigan only had 10 rushing yards in that first half, but they had the 3 massive pass plays because they allowed McCarthy. I mean, not very impressed with the Ohio State DBs in that game, right? I mean, they were getting burned when they got put on those islands. So we'll see. I'm very excited for the playoffs. Very excited for bowl season in general. Very excited for this LSU-Purdue game as we look forward to the future. Seen some of the reports that come out of these 15 practices. When we get back, we will close out hour number 2 of Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Want more customers? Running Boards Marketing can help you get their attention. Imagine your brand's message on a giant LED billboard truck that can't be skipped and is nearly impossible to ignore. Running Boards Marketing is the leader in effective and affordable advertising on digital mobile billboards, which are 2 times more effective than traditional billboards. With a 97% recall rate, you'll leave a lasting impression with your customers. Visit us online at runningboardsmarketing.com so we can drive your message to where the people are.
Thank you, Acadiana, for over 55 years of allowing Corval Toyota in Opelousas to take care of you and your automotive needs. Enjoy this holiday season with family and friends. From the Corval Toyota family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team.
Hey, it's Hunt. Join me 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock on Wednesday. J.D. Pickell of On 3 Sports will join us to talk college football, Tigers on the hardwood, and the Pels, plus the transfer portal. Hunt Palmer Show, 1 to 3 weekdays, 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Hang on in this you how much fun it's gonna be together. This
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Make me think of Jordan Mailata, which I don't think we ever revisited his story yesterday, did we? We talked about it off air, but we played the Eagles offensive line yesterday, recording their Christmas album, which is set to come out in a few days, and Mailata just gets on and absolutely kills it. He's a 6'8", 365-pound tackle, just got a massive contract. The man played low-level professional rugby. Basically, they told him, look, we think you're a little too big to run the amount that rugby needs.
Yeah.
And maybe you should go to a sport that appreciates your size more. He then entered this thing. I can't remember exactly what they call it. It's an NFL program basically where they scout the world, and it's a pipeline to try to find hidden gems like Mailata. And my man went to IMG Academy, never actually played. Just went to IMG Academy and trained to learn to play offensive line. Then ends up getting drafted in the 7th round, and now makes, I think it's like $20 million a year, something around there, to play offensive tackle. Never played high school, never played college, jumped straight to the NFL, and now is one of the best tackles in the league. Look at that man.
And is a
Danny,
unit.
What would you do if you saw Jordan Mailata on a rugby field? I'm not gonna lie. I would piss down my leg. If that man was running at me with the ball in his hand, and rugby, when I don't have pads, there is a 0% chance I'm hitting him. Like, I'm just not doing it. I'm subbing out. I'm tapping my helmet or my head. No helmet.
No helmet.
It's part of the problem. I mean, imagine that man on the scrum. Dan, are you kidding me? He's gonna kill you.
Is that what you saw? Is that what you said when you saw Poe on Ole Miss?
Oh,
wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
wow.
I thought you were going to
First
say
off-
Nick Fairley. You said
first
Poe.
off-
Damn.
First off, Poe's like 6 foot. He's like a little round ball.
The highlights say otherwise, though.
Secondly, no, they literally don't, because it's a little round ball. I mean, we can play the highlights, Danny. We can play the highlights. Play the
Oh, you're
highlights.
striking a nerve, man. That's
Ooh,
funny.
T-Bob. Tell him why you mad, son.
No, Mario's right, though. Fairley would have been the better attack angle. But, I mean, no, look, I went up against Mount Cody, right? I went up against Mount Cody when I was like 285. I played a whole game against him. He was all right. That ain't Mount Cody. That body didn't look like that, bro.
No.
That guy is pure muscle. I mean, Danny, he would use you as a toothpick if y'all were to play rugby together. He's like the giant talking about how I'm going to mash up your bones and grind them to make my bread. He probably has a golden goose that lays eggs at home, golden eggs, or at least kind of, as he's now has all that money.
The Eagles have a lot of stories like that between him and the long snapper with the condition that came to the Saints, Vince Papale back in the day. A lot of unlikely Eagles.
Was Papale long snapper? I thought he covered kicks.
No, he was special teams. There was a long snapper that was with the Saints and with the Eagles that had like a really bad medical condition, but he still made it as a long snapper for a little bit.
Well, that guy was a beast. He used to go on all like the late night shows and do like trick long snapping and stuff, do like drive-through windows and stuff. I can't remember his name, but I remember he was very good.
How do you find out you're good at long snapping?
Just do it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I guess because you're never going to accidentally stumble into it.
No.
So, no, it has to be you like football. It's maybe not working out in other ways, and somebody tells you, like, well, why don't you try this? I mean, for me, I know that my old man always talked about how, look, if you're good at this, like, you can make a career out of it.
Yeah.
And so I tried, and I was all right at it. Like, I think I could have done it. Not an elite college level. Definitely could have done it on a smaller college level. They did it at high school, no problem. But, no.
Like on Punch, you were the deep snapper?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Bro, I went to like full multi-day snapping camps back in the day. I can still deep snap better than 95% of people.
Are you the original Ferguson brother?
No.
Okay.
Screw Buford.
From Georgia.
Never Buford. Okay. Buford Wolves can suck on D's for all I care.
D's what?
D's tiny little fingers. It's so weird if somebody's just sitting here sucking your fingers. That's like the ultimate you are subservient to me.
Didn't that happen in the original Sleeping Beauty?
I'm gonna make next time I eat wings, I'm gonna make the Ferguson brothers suck the hot sauce off of my fingers.
Okay.
Just to prove my dominance.
All right.
What did you say, Mario?
Didn't that happen in the original Sleeping Beauty, like in the original version?
What?
They had to like suck her fingers. I don't know. Look up the story.
What in the hell?
He's talking about somebody he saw on the internet.
She gets her finger pricked on a loom, which triggers the curse that sends her to sleep, and then she's awoken with a kiss.
That's the Disney version.
I'm almost positive that you have confused some sort of porn parody with the actual story of Sleeping Beauty here.
Oh no, the child draws from her finger the flax that caused her sleep. She realizes from the ring Troilus left her that he was the father. Troilus later returns to marry her.
Yeah, draws the flax. That's the prick. That's the golden flax from the loom. No sucking of fingers. So I don't know that you defended
Just
yourself.
Google original Sleeping Beauty.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to RejuveMeMedical.com.
I'm gonna find the
Restore
story.
me.
Don't Google it. You
Refuel
Google.
me. Rejuve me. You want to be rejuvenated in the same way that Sleeping Beauty was when she got those fingers sucked? Well, you can. Thanks to Rejuve Me Medical. When you go in there today and he recapture that youthful, energetic feeling, just like Aurora. I don't care if you're male, female, 20, 30, 40, 50. Whatever the case may be, then customize a plan for you. Maybe it's HRT, hormone replacement therapy. Maybe it's not. Ask about metabolization optimization, okay? It's the new hot thing on the streets, and, well, I think you're going to like your potential results. Talk to Rejuve Me. Look, go in for the consult today, Jake, and just let them make you a plan.
You can do it on the website, RejuveMeMedical.com, top right corner of the website. Also, pick up the phone. I encourage you every single day. Have a conversation with them. Let them know what you're looking for, and they're going to help you find a way. 225-230-4201.
A third of youth who grow up in foster care are homeless 18 months after aging out of care. But you can rewrite that story. Children and youth with CASA and GAL volunteers are more likely to find safe, permanent homes. Change a child's story. Become a volunteer today.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
Winter can be magical. The Mercedes-Benz Winter Event is here, and there's no better time to check out our new Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge inventory. We have the vehicles that can make your holiday extraordinary. See all the latest technological features on the newest models during our Mercedes-Benz winter event. Shop our best of the best award-winning dealership. Visit mbobr.com.
Good morning, everybody. It is 9 a.m. on Wednesday, December 14th. Happy birthday, Mom. Your government taco forecast in Baton Rouge. Expect cloudy skies with a high of 77. You can follow the rest of the day's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. OTBOT, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome back, OTB. Hour number 3, Lionel Messi winning 3-0 and now going to the final E's. How about it, dude? Argentina getting it done. Lionel Messi at his best when he has to be. The PK, an absolute rocket shot. Upper 90, Jake. How about the run from old boy? Bad defending on by Croatia, but the run to from coast to coast almost. And then the pass by Messi on that final goal, just a thing of absolute beauty. And Argentina, Jake, from losing the first game of qualifying, looking like they were going to be dead in the water, Messi now finds himself in the finals. He's been in plenty of Final Fours. Has he ever made a World Cup final before?
I think they made it in 2014.
Okay.
They lost, in the final.
But, all right, so keeping track real quick. Mario, Portugal out. Danny, Spain out. You're alive. I'm alive. Could have a France-Argentina final. Rivers is out.
So I can't tell my father this because he would disown me because he's always cheered for France. Like since we were little kids. I remember the 96 World Cup flying French flags over Toledo Bend. I had Zinedine Zidane posters in my room growing up. I had Zidane, actually, maybe it was 98. Maybe 98
It was
World
98.
Cup. Yeah,
I'm
not
doing the
96.
math. I'm like, I think it was 98.
I saw you chewing on your lip. It was 98.
I wasn't going to correct you.
When they beat Brazil. But, yeah, so whatever. I was like raised to cheer for France, and I am. But, man, I like a story of someone just accomplishing their life's work. And I think Lionel Messi's likable, right? I think that he is a much better person than Maradona. And yet here he always has to sit in his shadow and be crapped on by his country because he has not reached the ultimate goal. And he's been close so many times. France is
won
just
everything else.
That's what I'm saying. France is just coming off of a World Cup win. Yesterday we talked about Elway ending on 2 Super Bowls, right? Well, you know, they won what? The Copa Cup? Now you win the World Cup? There you go. You kind of got your own 2 Super Bowls. So I'm actually struggling to get up a ton of emotion for France to win this game. So even though I know we have a bit of an in-house competition here, my heart is kind of like if I were to just put my brain into autopilot and let it go where it wanted to, it is kind of leading to Lionel Messi. Right now.
You give Morocco any chance.
Oh, bro, I'm not the
today.
person to ask about that. I mean, I don't know. Morocco's been hot. I mean, maybe so.
I mean, the
right?
first African nation to make it this far. When you look at the FIFA rankings, they're 22nd. But there's been something about them. I mean, you talk about being in form. When you look at what they've been able to do in this World Cup,
They haven't given up a goal, right?
Now they've gone against Croatia. They gave up one to Canada. But beating Portugal, beating Spain, beating Belgium, Croatia was a draw. I mean, it hasn't been easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they just got a great draw and they played another team that had an upset. So you got to give them an opportunity, even though France is obviously one of the powers, number 4 in the FIFA rankings overall. Morocco's still got a chance, man. It's a great story. But, yeah, to your point, we're talking about with Argentina, I'm right there with you. It's like you have one of the absolute GOATs, and he's on the doorstep of getting that last thing that he needs to get so he can be forever, like, in that conversation. Because, we don't talk about Marino being in that conversation. Like, we know the talent that he was.
Yeah.
We know that, like, talent-wise, he might have been the best. Won a lot of games. Was on some good teams. Made it to a Super Bowl, but wasn't able to get a victory. So we don't have him in that same conversation that we have with Brady and Peyton Manning and Drew Brees and others.
Yeah, so my heart is kind of with Messi, but I don't know. I mean, France looks damn good right now, man. How many World Cups has France won now?
At least 2, right?
At least two. Is it 3? That's something. Is it 3?
There may be a third mixed in there. Either way, France, to our modern mind, we don't think of as being
just the 2.
Very powerful. I think a lot of people have maybe a bit of a misconstrued opinion about France in World War II and everything. But if you look at like traditional human history, you are talking about one of the major land powers of Europe and of the world, and in a lot of ways. Once you get, I guess, into more like medieval times, and France is now kind of drawing on that same dominance that they showed on the battlefield many times now on the soccer pitch, and it has it's paid huge dividends. Let's see if they can do it today against Morocco at 1 p.m.
Only 8 countries that have ever won a FIFA World Cup.
Well, there still haven't been that many, right? I mean, you've only played
every 4 years. Yeah. I mean,
who are the 8 countries? See if you can name them.
Without looking,
Brazil, France,
Uruguay.
Spain. Uruguay won one?
Yeah, they won the first ever. I know that.
Oh, wow.
For sure.
Spain for sure on that list.
Italy won when I went.
England's won 1. Italy's won 1.
England. Who are we missing?
Mexico never won one.
No.
Oh, Germany. Duh.
Yeah, Germany.
Yeah, of course.
Germany.
Okay, we're up to 7. Huh. Who's the 8th? Look it up. I don't want to sit here and just like bore people to death with us grasping at random countries.
You've got. No, I think you got Brazil's 5-time champion, Germany 4-time champion, Italy 4-time champion, Uruguay 2-time champion, Argentina, France, England, and Spain.
Oh, we didn't mention Argentina.
Yeah, you just talked about it.
Hand of God, all that.
Yeah, so here's this. Let's see if what if Morocco won? What if the 9th country to win a World Cup was Morocco? Also, you want to talk about the narrative difference, the potential knife's edge that Messi's reputation hangs on. If he gets against Morocco in a final and then they lose to Morocco, I mean, that would be the brutalest of brutal beats. That would go so far towards driving your reputation down in your own country. That would be really funny, though. It's kind of the same reason why I'm just cheering for TCU. There's just a natural underdog appreciation there where, like, Michigan, Ohio State, Georgia, that's your France, Argentina, Brazil. Like TCU is your Morocco, and I would love to see both of those teams win. Although that would be absolutely brutal.
It lets you just show like Morocco being in it, like what coaching and tactics can do for you. Now they've got players. They got players that play for some of the bigger clubs. In the world. I mean, they have PSG players, but they're 22nd in the FIFA ranking. I mean, U.S. before the World Cup and kind of a warm-up to the World Cup, beat them 3-0. Morocco. Yeah, but so there is some
when
things.
You're hot.
Yeah, and the tactics have been working, and they've been, putting a game plan together, which the U.S. certainly did not in this World Cup.
That's interesting. Dustin Blanchard saying Morocco's only goal against him was an own goal. Speaking of...
It was against Canada, right?
The USMNT, Jake. A bit of dirty laundry being aired. As I don't know what caused Gio Reyna to respond. What did Berhalter do that made Gio Reyna angry? For those that don't know, Gio Reyna had to come out and basically defend himself. I think Berhalter, did he intimate that Reyna had like misbehaved or had been checked out or been a bad teammate during the qualifying process, and so he was told that his World Cup role would be limited?
Well, I think it all started when he told him that it would be.
Well,
limited.
that's what Reyna is saying. Reyna is saying that Reyna was like, yes, look, he told me that it was going to be limited. I did not respond correctly. Then I got my act together, and I did respond correctly. And Rainier goes on to say that, like, you know, I thought that we always talked about keeping everything in-house and doing it for the team. And that should have, I mean, I don't know what the hell Berhalter's doing there. That should have all stayed in-house.
I agree.
But it seemed like Berhalter was like, but then that doesn't answer the question of why was his World Cup role going to be limited in the first place?
Yeah, and I know he had some injuries leading up to the World Cup, but he was fit, ready to go. Borussia Dortmund, his club, has come out and said that that's not ever been anything we've ever dealt with Gio. He's been the ultimate teammate, and Berhalter tells him that he's got this limited role. And, you know, I know I've been guilty of it. I'm sure you have, T, as well. Like, you know, we get in our feels a little bit. We're mad, we're angry because we know what we've done to get to that point. We feel like we should be playing. And unfortunately, like, we do act out a little bit, but that should have been kept in-house. I mean, a coach has a responsibility to keep things like that in-house. And it was aired almost like he put it out there like as a little carrot, because there's all this surrounding Greg Berhalter and him not being the manager moving forward, and almost like, well, if I would have had one of my guys and he would have had a better attitude, like, we would have done okay. And he put it out there and he didn't name the player, and then, like, obviously that's going to come out.
Yeah.
And then there was like all this, hey, there was a vote, but between the players, and it's come out that agents of the players on the team said there was never a vote, like that didn't happen. So it's just a lot of back and forth.
Seems
But
like
for me,
Berhalter's kind of shot himself in the foot here. He's giving people the perfect long after a good
Exactly.
World Cup. He's giving people the perfect attack angle.
yeah, and it's Netherlands after the match. I mean, their manager was like, they never adjusted. Like, we came out with a game plan, and the U.S. team, which I respect, they never adjusted to what we were doing, and that surprised us as a staff.
Sounds like Lane Kiffin and Coach O a couple years ago.
Yeah, honestly, yes. Yeah. When
And
Lane told after the game.
Yeah, should he have acted like that? No, but again, we've all been there. He's one of the best players on the team. He plays in the Bundesliga every single week, and so, like, he was confused why he wasn't going to have a bigger role, and it's a lot of drama. I mean, Claudio Reyna, Gio's dad, obviously is one of the most famous United States players of all time, right? So, like, he's got this legacy that he's working with as well. So it doesn't feel like it's going to end well for Berhalter, because Gio's going to be on the next World Cup team.
Yeah, he's a beast.
he's going to be there.
In the few minutes you saw him against the Netherlands, he was having an impact. He was making plays.
So I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens at the coaching position. Like you said, T, this feels like it could be something that, hey, okay, look, we were kind of going back and forth. Should we bring you back? I actually personally think that no manager of any national team should go 2 World Cups, shouldn't go 2 cycles. I think you bring in something fresh, you bring in something new.
Unless what? Unless you, like, make a Final Four or something?
No, it's not even that. Like, unless you're just somebody that...
Like, France surely has the same coach as the last World Cup, right? They've been dominant.
I think so.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, even Southgate with England, like, okay, like, it's not even something...
You would move on from Gareth at this point?
I think I would.
Oh, wow.
Like, every 4 years, I think you should have a new voice. You should have some new something, some new life thrown into you, because it can become... I don't know. So, for me, USA, I'd like to see them move on and do something different, while still appreciating, like, what Berhalter did, getting them there and getting to the knockout stage.
Oh, nice. My chat was frozen forever. It finally got there. Yeah, look, it wasn't a bad World Cup for Berhalter and the USMNT, but if when push comes to shove, it feels like Berhalter is going to lose against a premier European.
Yeah. And you're dealing with a 20-year-old, as someone points out in the chat. Mind for Rent points it out. That's also, Gio's a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, you as the manager of the team have to understand there's going to be some immature aspect to him being told he's not going to have a role at the World Cup.
And especially when your whole messaging is keep it all in-house.
Yeah.
I mean, the coach, you cut your own knees out from under you if all of a sudden you're not keeping it in-house. All right, how about that? A little footy talk as France and Morocco set to get underway later today, 1 p.m. Central. Very excited to have that on.
The scenes in Argentina last night that were coming out were...
Oh, I actually didn't see many. I just watched the game.
The streets of Argentina were filled with thousands upon thousands of people.
Hell yeah.
Means a little something there.
And the streets of Morocco were filled with hundreds upon hundreds. I have no idea about the population of Morocco. They could be a massive country. You know me. Geography, demography, not my strong suits. When we get back, more sports talk here on OTB.
OTB, OT.
France looking to get it done. If only those poor Frenchmen knew the best way to get it done is to call Gordon and join Legitime at Get Gordon on all social media. The Godfather of NIL, but you're not a college athlete, or there's a good chance if you're listening, you're not a college athlete. So you're like, I don't need an NIL deal. I just need injury attorney stuff. Well, go to the best. Call 225-888-8888. And really, look, no matter your area code in Louisiana, it's just the area code, then 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done today.
You can always go online as well, getgordon.com. You can go on social media. The handle there is Get Gordon. And as you can tell, they get it done. So go ahead and check out the things that we're telling you about. Call that number that T-Bob gave you. They are the best, and we're part of the G team. You should be as well. GetGordon.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ATEL, and Vision are now
in for a special NFL triple header this Saturday. The Vikings host the Colts at noon, then the Browns host the Ravens at 3:30, followed by the Bills and the Dolphins at 7:15 p.m. Then on Sunday, the Jets host the Lions at noon, all on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
All the way home, I'll be warm. Screw you, Danny. Pull the leech wheel. You're not even ready.
Wow.
I mean, after all the talk of telling you to have Rivers thread pulled up and have an audio ready, you're not even ready with the leech wheel. Hey, I need you to get back from vacation, okay? I need you to wake up and get back from vacation as you're putting your earpiece to make some sort of excuse here. Just give me a thumbs up and we have the leech wheel ready to go. The leech lever. Why do you keep calling it the wheel? Leech lever. It works. Alliteration.
We have it?
Oh, we're good?
Pull the lever.
Okay, we pulled it. Pull the lever.
My favorite weather pattern happens to be when it rains mud. Dust comes through, rain on top of it, it rains mud. This weather report here, what do I know? I'm a football coach. I suggest you go out and do what I do. Get out of bed, go outside, then you know.
Dude, that is me with weather. I agree. Like, that is how I do my weather. I go outside, kind of feel it around a little bit. Is it raining? What's the temperature like? And then you know what the weather is. It's the simplest way. Also, I've never heard of mud rain. That must be a Lubbock thing.
Yeah, it feels like a Lubbock
It
thing.
feels like a
desert.
Texas, like a West Texas desert thing.
Lubbock's like not even really like fully West Texas. Like it's.
I don't even know where West Texas. I took a shot with West Texas.
No. I mean, people call it West Texas, but like there's still a lot of real estate before you get to New Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. I have no clue.
I took a visit out to
Lubbock?
Yeah.
Okay.
I took a visit to Texas Tech when Leach was there.
Guns up?
They beat number 3 Texas, 42-38.
That's right. We talked about that yesterday. Yeah. Incredible game. Yeah, Todd Hoover's right. We do have to play the wedding advice eventually. I think he is. I think he is pretty spot on when it comes to weddings and how I approached my wedding as well. Here's one thing I hope about weddings. I hope that we can finally, and yes, to be clear, this is a little self-serving, as I have 2 daughters. But I hope, Jake, that we can finally get rid of this absurd notion that the wife's family needs to pay for the wedding.
No, I love it. I think.
Well, no.
I think it's been a practice for a very long time.
You stop it.
I think it's something that is in the fabric of weddings.
No. Hell yeah, Hester. Tradition matters.
Yeah,
I also have 4 sons.
Mara, you gave me a very quizzical look there. Why do you think that the woman's family should continue to pay for the wedding?
Hester just said it for me, man. Tradition is important.
No, Hester said it because he has 4 kids and he doesn't want to pay.
Yeah.
And granted, to be fair, probably why I feel so passionate because I don't want to pay either. So why don't we both pay less?
Why don't we split it?
That's what I'm saying.
Just like,
I'm not saying either side needs to pay. Your kids are getting married. Both sides pay. The whole reason why there was like dowries and the whole reason why the wife's family paid in the past was because traditionally women didn't work. And so they weren't adding money to the household. And so the wife's family wanted to entice a suitor by, it was a dowry originally, then eventually became paying for wedding. That's ridiculous now.
Yeah.
My wife works full time. She does great. Like it's absurd that they should have to pay if they too are working, even if they're not. It's just absurd. It's an old notion that needs to change.
Why don't we play credit card roulette for weddings?
That's terrifying.
Yes,
that's terrifying. No,
I mean, you hate it.
Yes.
You've never even been like involved in it. Like it's always like everyone else at the table, and I'm always taking up for you.
Radio man, I cannot.
You can't do that anymore.
Yes.
No, next year at SEC Media Day, Snaps now, buddy.
No.
Yeah, you got
Snaps,
a second income.
Snaps is not good enough. I am not on Roman Harper, Peter Burns, Jake Hester, Chris Dorian level. Dorian has like an entire successful business where he probably makes more money than he even makes doing any of the media
for sure
stuff.
He makes more money. Dorian Mortgage Company.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No.
That's like 1 or 2 people that the receptionist answers when I call them.
I refuse.
Nothing terrifies T-Bob more than credit card roulette.
Well, it's. I refuse to be the guy from the. Have you seen I Think You Should Leave? The sketch comedy show that came out. Is it on? What is I Think You Should Leave on? Is it on Netflix?
I have not.
HBO. I think it's. Whatever. It's an absurd show. It's very funny, but they have a game with. They have a skit with credit card roulette where everybody's like, let's play it, and then the guy that loses like, I'm not paying. Like immediately, and it just, it kind of devolves.
Somebody did that.
That's what I'm saying.
Nope.
So, okay, exactly. So
you could do it, though.
So if you aren't comfortable paying, just excuse yourself from it.
But you also ate.
Yes, and I'm more than willing to pay my own share.
You're a lot of fun at parties.
Look, man, I feel you.
I
cannot drop $500 on a random meal in Mobile. It just can't happen. It just cannot happen. I don't know any other way to put it.
Okay,
especially not now with the 3 kids.
Guy's just not one of the fellas. It's fine.
I hope to. Now, here's the deal. If I reach a point where I comfortably can, I would absolutely do it.
Okay.
But right now, I cannot. Maybe in a few years. Who knows?
Yeah. So we do it now. Like at least we did in Atlanta because I was waiting. I was like, here comes the big credit card roulette, and we had a table full. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh man, I'm counting up in my head. I'm like, it's going to be a big one. And then everybody's like, let's just split it. There's like 8 of us.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just split it. Like, we all drank, we all hung out, we all had fun, whatever. Let's just
split down the middle. Easiest way to do it. I never want to be the people like, well, who had the quesadillas?
Who had the spinach artichoke? Who ate the most of it?
Yeah, how many margaritas did you have, Steven? No.
Oh, Steven.
I am a
real white name.
I am a big fan of, if you have a big group, let's make it super easy on the server and just split the checks down the middle and everybody just pay their share. Like that makes complete sense. I'm not going to be upset about paying a couple extra, even though I probably drink enough to where I'm probably taking advantage of the situation the majority of the time. So no, I don't care if somebody even wants to get I don't even care if somebody wants to get, Champ, you ain't covering no $500 tabs. Get the hell out of here. Nobody's casually covering any $500 tabs. I don't think I've ever, I feel like I've eaten some expensive meals in my life. I don't think I've ever paid $500 for a single meal. That would freak me out. That would cause me to have like instant cold sweats. I don't mind a couple hundred. I can swing that for a special occasion, time to time. Nice bottle of wine, something like that. I think maybe one time pushed 3, but no, never 5.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, are you dropping 5 hundos off there?
If I lose credit card roulette, yeah, I got to.
Yeah, I know you do have to. That is true.
You got to do it. It's off principle.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, look, the day that I play, you will know that I have accomplished my life goals, that I have officially made it. The day when I throw my credit card.
So whenever you throw it in, I'm like, oh. Papa Colin took care of him.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you know that
so
it's all
what you're
out.
telling me is not quite yet in Mobile this year because we're covering the Senior Bowl. Very excited about that. Covering the Senior Bowl, and what's end of January, beginning of February.
Yeah.
So we'll do that.
I got to figure out how I'm gonna convince my wife to let me leave and go network.
I
for a
feel
week.
like that's gonna have to be a.
I feel like I'm
Danny's
gonna have to
let Teresa come down for.
Yeah, if I can't get that, yes, something like that, or maybe I get to go for like half the time or something. I'm not. Ooh, I started thinking about it last night. I started thinking about it last night. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I started getting cold sweats.
It's part of your job.
I know. I started getting cold sweats a little bit thinking about it though. The wife owns me, dude. There's no doubt about that. I mean, yeah, we've been together since we were like 16. So really, it's like she like kind of she knows every single way to attack and manipulate me.
Tell me more. I know.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Just the newborns kind of. We'll see. We're out at the end of January.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna assess situation.
Dude, Christian Bale on Atlanta.
No.
Already kind of taking your toe out of the water for Mobile.
I am launching I am floating a PR balloon, right? Like where, let's say I have a marketing idea. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I leak it through the media and then people react negatively. And I say, whoa, what are you talking? I've never seen this before in my life. What? Only go half the time? Who said that? I don't know. Never.
If you leave
I was
me
just kidding. Just 30
in
seconds ago, I was just
Mobile
kidding.
by myself
I was just kidding.
to sit there and talk Senior Bowl for 3 hours.
Oh, I will definitely do this. Andy Ewan says, T-Bob, make sure to visit our friends at Gamers and Geeks in Mobile. Say less. A store called Gamers and Geeks? Your boy is there. 100%. That sounds absolutely fantastic.
I'm glad that if you do end up going and you don't just leave our trip that we said we wanted to do every single year, you're going to have to actually work 2 jobs like I do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I won't be able to start getting drunk at lunch anymore.
Yeah,
Damn.
y'all would leave and y'all would get it started. I'm like, oh yeah, I got a 3-hour show I'm gonna go do. I'll see y'all later.
Ricky Compton says Jake can cover those credit card roulettes with his parlay wins. True.
Covered a trip to LA a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy. I don't know anybody else who pulls it off like Jake does. And what app does he do it on? The DraftKings Sportsbook app. In fact, he does so well that they send him stuff like shirts, hats, all sorts of stuff. So you too can aspire to get DraftKings to send you some free merch by downloading the DraftKings Sportsbook app and using the promo code Baton Rouge. And whether you want to play futures, hope you hopped on those Pels futures that Otter tried to give you last Friday, whether you want to do same game parlays, giant Uzbekistani soccer parlays like Jake does, anything and everything, live betting, like it's all there for you on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Download today, promo code Baton Rouge.
21 or older, physically present in Louisiana. Availability varies by parish. Eligibility restrictions apply. Minimum $5 deposit. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full terms and conditions. Licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-770-STOP. 7867.
All right. When we get back here on OTB, more sports talk. So keep it on. Sports. Ton of sports. College football.
Hey, when we come back,
Williams be better than Patrick Mahomes.
No, when we come back, let's play the Wes Welker.
Yeah. Okay, good call. Good call. Excellent call. And more Leech Lover. Keep it alive.
OTB, OT.
Go to Riverlands Insurance. Call up our boy Thomas. Email today. Thomas and Megan email can both get you right insurance-wise. Remember earlier this year, I told you the story of Mr. Anthony. Man who's 75 years old, Jake. He'd been with Liberty Mutual for 10 years. Well, he goes to Thomas, or his son does, Mr. Anthony's son does. He's like, hey, could you look at my dad's situation, see what's going on? He was paying a lot. My man, when it was all said and done, between the home and auto insurance, he got the same and better coverage and saved $4,100 a year. You want to talk about funding a vacation? That's it right there. So call up Tom's email. Jake's going to give you the number. Call him up today. Let him find you savings, getting you the best coverage, Riverlands Insurance.
Yeah, that number is 225-206-1517. But like we tell you all the time, like don't allow that 225 area code to trick you. I mean, certainly here in Baton Rouge, but Shreveport, South Louisiana, doesn't matter. They've got you covered. Call Thomas today.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient.
It's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Wednesday's Hump Day AFR presented by Pluckers. We'll take a closer look at the Falcons as they come into the Dome, the latest from the transfer portal, Tigers and Pels basketball recaps. It's all on Wednesday's AFR 3 to 6. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
From one of Jake's favorite people to another. Okay, the Charlie's Angels new movie has been playing in the studio all morning. This looks like one of the worst movies that's ever been made. I just can't keep it anymore. This thing looks awful. I kind of like the McGee, and maybe this is McGee as well. I don't know. I kind of liked like the early 2000s McGee one.
Yeah.
This Kristen Stewart one looks
Elizabeth
like a parody.
Banks directed this.
It looks satirical in how bad it is. I can't.
Kristen Stewart dancing right now, and it looks like she is thinking about every step in her mind before she does it.
Well, and I feel bad because I actually do like Kristen. We had this conversation earlier. I do like her as an actress. I love like Adventureland and stuff. I like the Twilight movies fine, but she is not the type to be dancing necessarily. God, this movie looks bad.
Panic Room, good movie.
I don't know if I've seen Panic Room.
Yeah. Jodie Foster, Kristen Stewart.
So we just played a little Elvis.
Yeah.
One of Jake's favorite people coming in. Now let's go to one of Jake's other favorite people, Wes Welker, a man who obviously his legend was written at Texas Tech, where Coach Leach called him Elf. He used to call the slot receiver Elf, and the reason why is because he literally said that Wes Welker looked like an elf. And so here is Jake sitting down with Wes Welker talking about the memory of Mike Leach.
We had the opportunity to have on one of the players that knew Mike Leach the best, someone who was a star for him at Texas Tech, join us now. One of my former teammates, one of the best to ever play the slot position, and he did it at Texas Tech, did it in the NFL. Good enough to join us now. Wes Welker joins the show. Wes, we really appreciate your time, man, on a crazy day, and obviously a day that probably brings out a lot of emotions for you.
Yeah, no, Jake, I appreciate you having me on, man. How you doing, by the way?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Glad to see you're doing well too, man. I love seeing you coaching now. But hey, it always makes me, maybe feel a little bit older when I see all my former teammates and been in the coaching game for a long time now.
Oh, dude, try coaching these young guys. Yeah, you'll feel really old. No doubt.
Oh, without question.
But yeah, no, I mean it's definitely a sad day with Coach Leach. I mean he was somewhat of a pioneer, just the way he was, and the banner with him and just the stories and everything else. I mean, he was a beaut, and that's why I keep on telling people, keep on texting. He's just a beaut. He's just one of a kind type of personalities that you just never forget. And was always great being around him and hearing his stories, even though a lot of times you don't know what he's talking about half the time, and I don't think he does, but he tries to piece it all together.
That's good stuff. Wes, do you have a story that in particular that sticks out in your mind? I mean, you were there early in his tenure at Texas Tech, his first head coaching job.
Well, let's see here. You all go off the air at 6. I mean, I could I could go on for a long time, but
right.
Yeah, shoot. I mean, I think with Coach Leach, I remember one year he studied Pirates one off season, and went to this deep dive on Pirates and this and that and all this stuff, and came back with how Pirates and how it relates to football, and he had all these swords and all this stuff, and literally he talked for an hour and a half about it and gave a whole presentation and the whole deal, and we had no idea what the hell he was talking about the whole time. It just basically pirates stealing ships and all this stuff and how it relates to football, and we're like, how does that relate to football? It was always something like that. I mean, with him, meeting times were just a suggestion. He may set it for 8 o'clock. He may come strolling in there at 8:30, and everybody's just kind of waiting for him to come in or whatever he's doing. But no, he was just a unique individual. Always liked tough players. He would. I would call him about players once I started coaching, and he would. Basically, I always had to make time for an hour and a half, because I knew it was going to turn into something, and we just ended up talking about the most random stuff possible. But he was a beaut with all that stuff. I mean, if you were an injured player or anything else, the conditioning and the rehab was worse than practice. So he made sure guys were getting out there. We had one Thursday practice. I think it was our first game, his first year there, my freshman year. We ran 120 plays on a Thursday practice. And it was just kind of we're going to make sure that these guys know how to run these plays. And we're going to run them into the ground. We're going to make them tough. We're going to, do all these different things. And but he was, I could go on and on. The thing I loved about him as a coach is he really didn't give a damn. And so if you sat there and signaled him a play in a crucial situation of a game or anything else, he'd be like, yeah, just run that. And it was just you love that about him, because it's just he just believed in his players. He believed in the guys, and yeah, just go out there and execute and win. Let's go. Go for it. We went for it on 4th and 20 one time against New Mexico in a 0-0 game, and we scored a touchdown. It's just you just love it. It's all right, well, we don't give a damn either. Let's go play ball.
Right.
So
hey, there was something to that though, Wes, because I was telling a story of my recruiting visit to Texas Tech. We'll leave what we did, after the game out here on this interview, but we'll talk about what happened during the game. The night y'all beat Texas, the night they came in, they were number 3 in the country. Y'all won 42-38. Cliff those for almost 500 yards, 6 touchdowns. You had 14 catches in the game. And I remember even as a young high schooler thinking, this team plays free. They don't care that Texas has, that emblem on the side of their helmet. They don't really care that they got Chris Sims at quarterback. They don't care about any of that. They just want to go out there and they're playing free. And what you're describing, it's kind of like a who cares attitude. We're going to go out there and do our thing.
Yeah, it is, and it's funny. Towards the end of that game, I think we were trying to run out the clock, and anyways, we had a timeout, or they called timeout. I can't remember which one happened, but we're over there on the sideline, and he's trying to figure out which play, and I was like, "Coach, let's call the double pass," and he's like, "All right, screw it, let's go." And it's just we throw a double pass, and we get man coverage.
Yeah.
which, like, later I find out some of the coaches in the box, I think it was Dana Holderson, was like, call timeout, like we got man coverage. It's not the most ideal, play against man coverage, but he just trusted his players, and we made it work and ended up winning the game and all that stuff. Like, he was just cool like that. Like, he was just, never – and when he panicked, he was like, all right, let's go. It was just a beaut like that.
Real quick, in about 30 seconds, you've been in the NFL a long time. I mean, his offense, how many elements of that do you see in modern college football and the NFL?
I wouldn't say so much in the NFL, but modern college, like, it's everywhere. Yeah. And there are elements in the pros and different things like that, but you see it all over the place as far as college. Because and really, like, the offense was, it was a spread offense that was damn near a wishbone type deal of, these are the plays that we run, and we're going to run it to perfection, and we're going to go really, really fast, and we'll see what happens. It was just kind of like that mindset of just, we're just going to play fast, and, we may throw it all four damn downs, but you know what? We're going to figure it out.
Oh, man, I love it. Hey, Wes, man, we got about 15 seconds left in the show. Truly appreciate you coming on, man. I know you're busy coaching the Dolphins down there, and we appreciate you giving us some Mike Leach stories, and we'll have to catch up soon, man.
Yeah, absolutely, Jay. I appreciate you guys having me on, man. All right, enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Is that the closing music to Off Campus every day?
No, it's different every day.
Was that Stars in the Sky?
Yeah, I think so. It depends on who the producer is.
I've listened to a lot of Sing 2, and so I recognize.
Yeah. I think it depends on who the producer is. Yeah, it's a wrap it up music. Actually, we play like a instrumental Genuine Pony sometimes. I'm like, y'all know this song? Like, y'all know what the song's talking about? Like, we'll have a guest on, and it'll be like the instrumental to Pony, which is a banger.
They're doing this.
No pun intended, but it's like, all right.
Literal banger.
Yeah, I know. But how about that play, though?
Yeah, 3rd and 9 double pass.
3rd and 9, 2 minutes
Texas.
left, up on number 3 Texas to close the game out. And I remember thinking, even like, I didn't even know what I was talking about in high school, but like, oh, that's a cool play, not knowing the situation.
Yeah, it's big balls, too. I mean, what a throw by the receiver,
And
dude.
Wes called it.
Welker? Okay, he's on the catch. But the throw, falling backwards, defender in his face, like he said, man coverage, off the back foot, almost didn't get there in time.
Dime. Wes out there wearing number 27. How about that? Like, you're the baddest, one of the baddest dudes on offense in the country, and you're out there rocking 27 at receiver.
I agree with this RJ Young tweet. He says, 1, Mike Leach isn't eligible for the College Football Hall of Fame because he didn't win 60% of his games as a head coach. 2, he won 59.6% of the games that he coached. 3, change this rule. Leach is a Hall of Fame coach.
Absolutely. I mean, innovative. And always punched up. Always punched up. No matter where he was, Texas Tech, Washington State, Mississippi State, always gave the teams that they weren't supposed to be in the game with hell for 60 minutes.
So this guy Will then replies, said he won 59.6 of his games at schools not used to winning 40% of their games. Yeah. So wait that out. It's like an average of 70%. I agree. Make an exception. Mike Leach, Hall of Fame. Closing out OTB next.
OTB, OT.
Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. Is it getting colder in here because it's cold outside or what?
It's getting colder in here, though.
Go to All Star Toyota of Baton Rouge, where even when it's cold outside, the deals are hot.
Yeah.
Hot deals. Hot deals. Hot cars, come and get them.
Ronnie Brown.
Ronnie Brown.
I just thought that's what we did when you yelled.
Come get your hot car today, your hot new Toyota. Maybe you want to lease a Camry like I've done for the past 3 years. Love it. Buy a Toyota Sienna minivan. Love it. Or maybe you want a big Tundra, right? Buy some truck nuts and put them on that thing. No matter what you want, it's all there for you. And Toyota Thons going on right now as well. You go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com, start to look at all the incredible deals. All Star Toyota Baton Rouge. If I get a Tundra, don't even try me. I'm ordering truck nuts the next day.
Christmas present?
The next day. I can't even wait till Christmas.
Our Tacoma, too?
I'm gonna put truck nuts on the Camry. Screw it.
allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
Our listeners fire up their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli? I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Join me, Jimmy, on for the Wednesday edition of Game Time. We're live at City Slice Pints and Pizza on Chime Street, just outside the north gates of LSU, sweating all of our action on the 6-screen video wall. It's Game Time, 6 to 8 p.m. from City Slice on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Welcome back, OTB. As the bench, brought to you by Cold Cruise Life. It's here at Tilton. Out of breath. Blue Moon, Light Sky, Citrus Sweet. See what we got here. Ask the bench. Did y'all do a gift exchange at work? If so, have y'all done the elephant present? One person opens the present, the next person opens, and then can choose that gift or pick another that's
like
already
the
been
Dirty Santa game. Because like
Yeah, I
White
play that.
Elephant's a little different because like you can bring bad gifts. Dirty Santa, like you bring like a limit, like $25 limit. You bring a gift, you draw numbers.
So Dirty Santa doesn't have anything to do with like, it's not like adult gifts?
No. It's like you're dirty because you're stealing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've played both. I think the worst I've ever seen was one time my wife ended up with a beta fish that we ended up keeping throughout all of college.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You had a betta fish live that long?
Forever, dude. And we never cleaned its tank. Unbelievable.
That didn't shock me. Bro, it's a betta fish. Like, who's cleaning a betta fish? Man, I ain't doing it either.
I agree. Ask the bench. Have you guys ever seen 13th Warrior? I have not.
I've not. One thing.
Ask the bench. You ever watch Riff Tracks? I have not.
I've not.
Is that kind of like Mystery Science Theater back in the day where they would watch old movies and talk over them? I'm sure it's very funny, but I would love to do something like that, but I don't know how you get the audience for it.
13th Warrior.
Ask the bench. Would you rather Iron Man or Turbo Man? Iron Man. But it's close.
It's close. Closer than the
Turbo
expert.
Man. Turbo Man for sure.
Jamie.
He knows my name. Howard? You're my favorite customer.
You're my number one customer.
Yeah.
God, that hurt. I didn't like that.
Yeah, no.
Need to save that.
Weather's changing and everything. What are you going to do? You know what you should do? You go to Page Plus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
PagePlusUC.com. Page Plus Urgent Care. Get you right today. Get in, get better. Make that digital profile so just touch a button on your phone to sign in. Ask the bench, why is Booster the worst? And look at him. His little pink fuzzball. Does nothing except for get his ass kicked. Screw Booster. Nobody wants Booster. Booster doesn't even have a jetpack, okay? Can't shoot discs out of his arms. Of course people want Turbo Man.
Like a saber tooth?
He is kind of like a saber tooth. Like a pink saber tooth. Not that cool.
Yeah, it's not that
Very
tight.
He-Man-like, though.
Oh, now you got my interest.
All your occupational medicine needs at the Mid-City location of Page Plus Urgent Care. We'll see you tomorrow. Merry Christmas.
OTB, OT.
A third of youth who grow up in foster care are homeless 18 months after aging out of care. But you can rewrite that story. Change a child's story. Become a volunteer today.
Thank you, Acadiana, for over 55 years of allowing Corval Toyota in Opelousas to take care of you and your automotive needs. Enjoy this holiday season with family and friends. From the Corval Toyota family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
3 people walk into a bar. The first 2 order the same old marks. The third, Nuevo Topo Chico Margarita Hard Seltzer, crafted with real lime juice and a crisp tequila flavor. Topo Chico Margarita Hard Seltzer.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, anytime. Hunt and Hill. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us. and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644.